time, a celebration of humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Fighters Factory, the Northern Invasion. A very happy new year in the year 2001. Welcome to the home of boxing, Fort Knox, Ferntree, Gully, Victoria, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Lord, for all the help, strength, and goodness you have given to professional boxing in the past and in the future. Keep punching and God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an action-packed night, a night of emotion, a night of great boxing, a night of history in the making, with our main event, Julian Holland, formerly from Bendigo. Then he spent some time on the Gold Coast in Queensland, now based in Blackburn, a proud member of Melbourne's Eastern region. And he goes in against a man originally from northwest Thailand, now based in Bangkok. They call him the Bangkok Bomber, Sadi Singdam Vacharin. Our main event, 10 rounds in the welterweight division. And if Julian Holland can get through tonight's big international contest, he takes a step further to challenging for the World Boxing Union, the WBU Welterweight Championship of the World, scheduled in May in Roma, Italy. So that'll be looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your seats. No smoking. On behalf of manager Cheryl Thomas, Howard Lee, welcome you to center ring. On behalf of Murray Thompson, the Fighters Factory. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the center ring, would you welcome Dean Keady. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, to get the action rolling here on this Friday night. Tonight's show dubbed the Northern Invasion, coming all the way across the world from Thailand down under to Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, for the opening bout, your referee in center ring, former light heavyweight champion of Australia. A warm welcome at Fort Knox for Long John McCubbin. Your judges at ringside, David Wignall, Miss Anika Williams, and ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for a man who's been steeped in boxing tradition for 50 years, originally from the United States of America, legendary Gus Mercurio. Good evening to you, Gus. Thanks for joining us. Our ringside physician, Dr. John Jury. Your timekeeper, Mr. Damien Membry. We welcome members of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Chairman Bernardo W. Balmer, LLB, Malcolm McGuinness, Scott, the Scholar, Brower, Bart McCarthy, and Dr. Simon Hillman. Your callers at ringside, a warm welcome for the former International Boxing Federation Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Barry Boy Michael. Barry Boy Michael. And his co-commentator, the manager of Kid K. Karim and a galaxy of great sporting icons, Stephen J. Peake. Ladies and gentlemen, Murray Thompson, in association with Peter Hunt, proudly welcome you to a night of professional boxing. 4 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Would you welcome on my right, occupying the blue corner, he's part of the Tony Berry, Billy Munnane stable from Mornington. Ladies and gentlemen, a long career in kickboxing. He was Australian ISCA kickboxing champion. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 fights, tonight scaling 79.25 kilograms, white trunks with riding. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Keady. And across the ring on my left, with Kathy Zutta, young lady looking for opposition, one of our great fighting ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the mighty city of Geelong, trained by his father, Irish Mick Murray. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 bouts, 3 wins. Last year voted Victoria's best first-year fighter. Wearing blue trunks with a touch of white. We've dubbed him the Brownlow medalist, Kevin Murray. He scaled 77.80 kilograms. Your man in charge of the action to give his final instructions, John McCubbin. 4 rounds of boxing. Good luck.
All right, boys. I'll give you the instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect. Well done. Have a good fight.
Good luck, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's get ready to rumble with our opening bout. Thank you, Steve.
And here we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at Fighters Factory Promotions. Stephen J. Peake here at ringside with Barry Michael. Barry, we're coming in here tonight at Fighters Factory Promotions. The boys have done a great job putting this together. Murray Thompson, Peter Hunt back here helping Murray. And our first fight, Dean Keady from Blackburn, Victoria, up against Kevin Murray in what would appear to be what could be a very excellent fight this, but Kevin Murray's been on fire last year. Barry came into his own.
Yes, he certainly has, Steve. As usual, the Fighters Factory boys put on well-matched fights. This should be an excellent fight to open the show. Kevin Bomber Murray, going very well in his last few fights. And Dean Keady, unfortunately, 2 very narrow losses against two rated fighters and a wealth of kickboxing experience. So this should be a good opening fight for the evening.
Excellent. Kevin Murray concentrating there quite well. He's gained a lot of experience in the last 12 to 18 months, Kevin. He's had assistance from Adrian Bellin, who's been a great assistance to him over his first 3 or 4 fights, and he looks pretty strong there. Big Tom Bowler right hand coming down on the neck of Keady, but no damage done.
Yeah, no, I like the way Kevin slips punches and gets inside and works underneath as well, mate. He's both boys are looking to get a shot in here. Dean Keady just threw a big right hand.
Yeah, right hand, but got fresh air with it. To Kevin Murray, good adept to get out of the way there, Kevin. Looking a little bit trimmer. Kevin's coming in at 77.8 kilos. I think he's been fighting more around the cruiserweight level, a bit heavier, but he's trimmed down a fraction, I think.
Evidently, he was very big as an amateur, and as his career is progressing, he's getting in better and better condition and looking better at each outing. So, got a good future in front of him, Kevin Murray.
He's a Geelong boy, the southern part of Victoria, Geelong. Should say to the listeners that it's the 9th of February 2001 down here, for those who weren't too sure. And Kevin Murray at the moment there... just waiting for the opportunity. Big straight right hand missed, and Keady tried to work it underneath, but no damage to Kevin Murray, of course. Big strong fellow, Kevin. I think Keady's giving a few kilos away there, Barry, in body weight.
Actually, I was standing with Kevin Murray before the fight. Lovely short right hand from Kevin
right
Murray.
The button.
And
Kevin.
Dean Keady actually came up and shook hands and said all the best for the night. They actually, very sportsmanlike, very gentlemanly, which is good. And I said, the business happens after the bell. And
right.
Kevin said that's dead right. So
good to see that sportsmanship.
It sure is.
These boys have got a job to do, and when they're in the ring, they do the work. And afterwards, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea,
or a couple of beers, maybe. Lights, of course.
Lights, of course. Yes. And
pretty tame opening round. Both boys sort of feeling each other out a bit, I should say.
I think Keady's worried about that right hand coming down on top of him from Kevin Murray. I think Kevin's waiting to throw that. He's trying to set up a right hand punch, Barry, that's going to come over the top on Keady.
Pretty even so far, though, really, Steve. Like no one's really dominating the first round.
No.
There's a good overhand, right? Just flicked him.
I think it just flicked him, just grazed the flesh, I think, and no damage done, but pretty even round, wasn't it, overall?
Yeah, we'll call it an even round. I think it maybe marginally Kevin Murray's way, but not a great deal in it. Both boys having a look at each other.
Yes. Dean Keady having a bit of trouble trying to get to his body punches in there, Barry. He's trying to get in close and trying to avoid punishment though at the same time.
Yep. Through the front door, thanks for being here. No more invasion now, lovely ladies. And goodbye. Seconds out, round two.
Second round now, these boys getting ready to go. Big John McCubbin ready to take them on here, and Kevin Murray throws the right hand. And they're trying to work in underneath now, Kevin, and then a punch just round about the larynx region of Keady. Didn't do any damage, though. No one's really done any damage so far in terms of the weight of their punching. It's been fairly calm so far, but Kevin Murray's got the ability to open up once he gets warm. He can throw some very heavy artillery, and Dean Keady, no doubt, probably much the same, but that weight advantage could prove to be favourable to Kevin Murray. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, no, nice left right there, blocked very well by Kevin Murray. Now, both boys still a bit tentative, really. There's not a lot of sustained action at this stage of the second round.
No, they are a bit... they're concentrating. There's a lot of concentration going on, and they're both wary of each other's strength, I'd say, Barry.
Yep.
Keady worried about getting in close, but Murray's waiting for the opportunity with that right hand. It was a left. That time, flicking around the side, right, left hand, which caught the earlobe. But Keady tried to work in close, then, didn't he, when he got in?
He slipped well then, Murray, and came over with the left hook. He probably should have dug underneath first. Maybe head hanging a little bit too much.
Yep.
At the moment.
Kevin may need to try and work his way a bit closer to Keady so he can land the full weight of his punches into the body of Keady, perhaps, rather than weight, but that's a tactical decision for him. Flips out the straight left, and Keady doesn't move. And then Keady back, waiting again for the opportunity to strike. Not much happening here at the moment. Keady flicks out a left hand. Kevin tries with a swinging, lunging sort of left.
Yeah, got a nice
punch.
right hand by Keady. Yeah, Kevin Murray lunging with that left hook quite often. Needs to jab his way in first.
Get in a bit closer. Big right hand, straight in the chin of Keady, I'd say. And it came in with a left, which I think it was the wrist part of the glove which struck Keady, and he's trying to work in close. Both boys trying to work in close, but you feel like Kevin Murray's got the power, but it's a matter of just exerting it, and he's struggling. He'll probably get a bit frustrated at times. Keady's reasonably quick, but Keady is not exerting much influence on this fight, Barry, at the moment. Not trying to exert or to push the fight, is he? At this point?
Not really. I'd say, you know, this round's marginally Kevin Murray's way, but there's still, you know, not a lot between these two guys at the moment. There's nothing decisive, that's for sure. Pretty well matched.
Very well matched fight. Kevin probably being a little bit more tentative than he was last year, but then again, this is the first fight of the year, and the boys have probably had a summer layoff and come back into work in the last 5 or 6 weeks.
I reckon he's showing the signs of the Christmas break.
Christmas festive season, Barry. Not like you or I.
No, I'll tell you. Yeah, end of the second round now. I'd say that's another close round, but marginally to Kevin Murray. 10-9 round.
Kevin Murray, you think, just would have just got home there probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Did more work, and
yeah, he did a little bit more work. Landed a couple of reasonable shots, you know. Yeah.
Interesting start to the night, but I think at the moment, if Kevin Murray was fighting properly as we saw him towards the end of last year, in the middle of last year, I think he's probably got 20 to 25% improvement.
Yeah, he's not putting his combos together, but see, Dean Keady's not letting him either. You know, he's a bit of a thinker, Keady. I mean, he's got a good kickboxing pedigree. He's had 2 professional losses, both to Jamie Wallace and Nick Lantour. Now, Jamie Wallace is a very seasoned campaigner.
He's fought the best, Jamie Wallace.
So Dean knows his way around the ring, for sure.
Yeah, it certainly does. He's a bit slippery. Well, he's quick. He's using his weight disadvantage to advantage by being able to move a bit quicker than Kevin, because I think he's only come in at about 73 kilos, Dean Keady, so that helps.
What's the actual weight difference?
It's around about 5 kilos, Barry. 77.8 to about 72.95 is what I recall Howard Lee calling out at the start of the night, so that's a bit of a differential.
That is a lot. Over 4 rounds, probably not as noticeable, but it's quite a considerable weight advantage.
Oh, yes. It could weigh against Keady in the finish in terms if Murray's able to land any of his heavy punches, but Keady, if he can stay away, Kevin won't get the chance. But Kevin, I think, is now trying to up the tempo somewhat. I think he'd like a strong finish here to start off 2001 in big action, Kevin, because he'd want him to be moving up the ranks there in the junior light heavy area.
Dean Keady's pretty keen to get a victory on the board too, Steve.
Yeah, they're both keen, there's no doubt about that. Both boys have got big things to aim for.
If he loses this one, it'll be a hat-trick of losses for Dean Keady.
He won't like that.
No.
He's fighting some tough men though, so it's all pretty close around that area at the moment in the rankings.
Yep.
Oh, Keady tried to throw a straight right, Barry. I think he may have landed.
Yeah, he copped a short right back for it.
Yep, just for it, so evened it up, and Murray's punch may have been a bit harder, I think, too.
Yeah, I think it might have wobbled him, hurt him a fraction.
So,
nice little uppercut there from Murray.
Kevin now upping the tempo somewhat, so is Dean Keady, though. They're both in there this third round after the initial 2 rounds of having a good look at each other.
There's the overhand right again from Murray. Not a real clean shot, but scoring nonetheless. Murray just doing that a little bit more, I think, Steve. Not really dominating, but just doing that a little bit more.
He's doing enough to keep himself ahead in the points and to assure himself of a victory at this point of the fight, without him having to reach his optimum level, I suppose you'd say. Keady tried to throw a rib roaster to the left rib cage of Murray. I think it may have caught Murray in the elbow a bit.
Yeah,
there's a bit of elbow in it.
Countered with a nice right hand too.
Murray poking out the left, probably trying to measure him up. He hasn't had that right hand working for him for a while, but now he's throwing a bunch of punches there, and Keady backed away. Nothing much of any significance there at the moment, Barry.
No.
Oh, clipping left hand from Keady, but got one back from Murray, and probably a Murray round, Barry.
Yeah, not a great deal in it again, though, but another round of Kevin Murray.
Now, I think Keady's going to have to really start to exert some pressure here now to have any opportunity. He's got to really up the tempo. I don't know whether or not he can do it, though.
No, he certainly has to...
he's got to do a lot more. There's no doubt about that.
I think he'd have to score a knockout, to be honest.
Yes, I think he would, actually, points-wise.
338.
Yeah.
Mark War, the highest ever by an Australian, 173. So tomorrow he faces Greg Millick in the ICC, but Mark War 173. Michael Bevan 58, Ricky Ponting 63, West Indies Mission Impossible. As we approach the 4th and final round of our opening bouts.
Okay.
Seconds out, 4th and final round.
4th and final round of this opening bout. Dean Keady in the blue corner, Kevin Murray in the red. The Fighters Factory Promotions first event of the year here at the Knox Field. A big crowd here tonight. Our weather conditions not too bad, humid, but not boiling hot like we had before. The boys are in a flurry now. Murray's working overtime. Keady got a couple in, Barry.
Yeah, look, they should go hell for leather this round. Dean Keady must realise that he's behind.
Oh, big right hand from Murray's probably the punch of the night, Barry, I'd say.
Cracking right hand. Lovely right hand.
I liked it, and he tried to punch to the belly then with the left hand, which caught him, but the boys are tied up again. And you'd think the tempo would have to increase because they've been probably in second gear most of the way so far. Let's see if...
I just think their styles have clashed a little bit, Steve. A
little bit tonight, Jeff.
Oh, nice right hand again. That hurt Keady, I think. That was a good right hand. Oh, no, he took it well.
Keady still bouncing around on the toes, the feet there, and Murray's trying to stalk him somewhat, but Murray's waiting that opportunity. Well, that left hand of Murray's, I think, caught him in the stomach, and
not the solar plexus.
We've done our biology lessons over the summer period, Barry.
Good on you, Steve.
Cracking right hand from Kevin Murray.
I'll tell you what, credit to Dean Keady. That was a bomb, and he took it. He's still on his
Stood it well,
feet.
didn't he? Stand it beautifully there, because Murray's working overtime now.
That was a big right hand.
Murray's wasting energy here, but Barry got a bit excited.
Oh, mate, it's the fourth round. I reckon he could waste as much as he likes. Beautiful body shot. He's got Dean Keady in a lot of trouble here.
No doubt about that, but did Keady stand up to that punch beautifully from Murray? Fantastic punch and great guts from Keady to stand there and take it and then try and fight his way out of it with Murray all over him.
Where Kevin Murray slips that right hand beautifully like he did there, and he comes up with the left hook to the head, but he goes under. He should follow, he should rip to the body before he comes up to the head. He's never going to miss with that punch, and it's the easiest punch in the book to land. It's a punch that's not used enough these days by fighters. A left rip to the body under a right hand. It's a simple punch to use, and it's so effective.
I'm just thinking that spasm of play there in boxing that Kevin got a bit overexcited, exuberant, Barry, and just forgot about probably what he should have been doing.
Yeah, no, I noticed before that he does slip punches well, but he counters with he's sort of lunging with the left hook to the head a bit too much, rather than maybe putting a little one into the body first.
Doesn't give him a chance to get that right hand working too, because he's already on top of the other fighter and he's trying to throw that, so it's landing way over the shoulder.
Must be coming up to the end of the round, I would imagine.
Be pretty close to it, but Murray's on top here, and that fuselage of punches and that big right hand be enough to get him home, and plus what he did in the first 3 rounds. So he's still battling away there, Kevin, in the scrimmage, and Keady, well, he stood up to it, but he just hasn't been able to exert enough pressure
or land any really big shots. He's landed nothing that's
stung Kevin Murray at all in this fight. And,
tough boy, Kevin Murray.
Dean Keady would, he's reasonably quick, but that weight differential wouldn't help. Kevin Murray's been able to withstand whatever Keady's been able to throw at him, and I don't think there's any doubt in our minds that Kevin Murray has kicked off the beginning of 2001 with a fairly convincing victory here, although not done in his normal style, I'd say, Barry.
Yeah, no, just a little bit rusty maybe. As I said, the styles clashed perhaps a little bit there, but it's fired up a bit in the last round there, and I'd say a fairly good victory for Kevin Murray.
Excellent.
I was talking to him beforehand. I like the way he slips and usually body punches, but he's got to learn to, when he slips, not just bank on that left hook to the head or the overhand right. He needs to do a bit of work under and then come over the top with him, and he'll have a lot more success.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Work on his combinations with that style of the body punches working, and try and perhaps tune in with that right hand that he's got.
Yep.
Kathy Zudd in the Kevin Murray corner, of course, gives Kevin a little kiss.
Yeah, well, you know, she's a very classy boxer herself, Kathy Zudd.
Well, she's excellent, Barry. She's a superb boxer,
yep.
Kathy Zudd, and had a very close decision with Raine Mako last year.
And was outweighed and outstrengthed and put up a real good performance, I thought.
Fantastic effort. And she's right up there with him at this point in her career. She looks pretty strong and fit at the moment too, Kathy, so not too sure when she'll be back in the ring this year, but no doubt she'll have something coming up on the card. Here comes John McCubbin, the referee, and Howard Lee will have the official results.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, the scorecards, we have Eude, our winner, ladies and gentlemen, taking his record to 4 wins in 5 bouts from the red corner. The round winner was Kevin Murray. Okay, show your appreciation to Keady, he leads in the ring. One of the great warriors of boxing, kickboxing. And a big round of applause for Kevin Murray, the proud global medalist from the mighty city of Geelong. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the ring side, not in the center ring, but lovely to have her presence here this evening. Pauline Casey, the wife of the late great Ron Casey. Thanks for joining us, Pauline, for what will be a very, very important night in the history of Ron Casey's great contribution to sport, and tonight particularly to boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome ringside the legendary figure of boxing with his lovely wife, Nenita. Jack Rennie, ladies and gentlemen, give Jack Rennie a warm welcome to Fort Knox with his wife, Nenita. Would you welcome one of Melbourne's finest comedians? He's a rough and tumble man, the king, Mr. Cole. Good evening to you. Colin Cole joining us at ringside with the Western Suburbs labourer, Doug Hawkins. Okay, go on, give the Hawk a big warm welcome here. Former Channel 9, a few boos in there. Boo! The Hawk, Doug Hawkins, joining us at ringside. Also, we welcome from 60 Minutes, the lovely, vivacious Liz Hayes and the team. Good evening to you, Liz. Liz Hayes adding a touch of femininity to tonight's big show. And showing his appreciation is a man who's been 45 years one of Australia's outstanding classical actors, Mr. Keady James, joining us at ringside amongst our galaxy of greats. Don't go away, we're keeping the show rolling non-stop here at Fort Knox. Billy Rutherford, good evening to you, Bill. He's not listening. Billy Rutherford, keep punching, Billy. David Eude from Tasmania. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get it on in bout number 2. 6 rounds of boxing in the light middleweight or super welterweight, whatever you like. Ladies and gentlemen, Tasmania versus Victoria, the Apple Isle, coming across the water of Bass Strait. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, occupying the red corner, already a big favourite here at Fort Knox. 10 professional fights, only 2 wins, but all against quality opposition. With his mentor, Des Mills. Ladies and gentlemen, from Georgetown, Tasmania, 25 years of age, scaling last night at Ferntree Gully, Upper Ferntree Gully. Ladies and gentlemen, he scaled 69.25 kilograms, wearing lurid silver trunks with a touch of black. Would you welcome the Tassie Tiger, David Eude. And across the ring, well done, Damien, occupying the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, unbeaten in professional boxing. 3 bouts, 2 wins, 1 technical draw. All here at Fort Knox. 27 years of age, from Melbourne's eastern region, from Bayswater, just a punt kick down the road, scaling 68.95 kilograms. Greg Grogan assisting the finest factory king of the jungle, Murray Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing total black trunks, a la Mike Tyson. Would you welcome the Hammer, Adam Lever. 6 rounds of boxing. Both victorious referee of 2000, James Boland.
Okay, Adam. I've spoken about the dressing room, you know what I expect. Good clean fight, case of a knockdown, just one here and one behind me. May the best man win. Shake hands now in the saddle last round. Let's go, boys.
At that, these boys, it's going to be a very interesting fight. Both these boys are strong and tough from last year. David Eude and I remember Dean Gaither did they get it on last year in a fantastic fight. That particular fight, Eude from Georgetown, Tasmania, he has got rocks in his gloves, this boy. He really knows how to punch.
Yeah, he always comes to fight, David.
Does he ever?
By,
Georgetown, Tasmania.
An old mate of mine down in Georgetown there, Keady Mills.
Yes, and got a nice right hand straight away, flush on the face of Adam Levers, Barry.
Adam Levers, I tell you what, every time I see this guy, he just gets up, he lifts himself up to the next level. Good prospect, Adam Levers. The last fight he had, I thought he was going to be a tough one, Baden Beto, but he certainly cut him to pieces.
Oh, did he ever?
And against Brad Sewell, when it was called a no contest, but he had Brad Sewell's measure after copping a few big ones early. Very cool customer, Adam Levers, and you know, as we said, David Eude always comes to fight, very well equipped. This should be a real good 6-round fight.
Oh, well, as ever, Adam Levers the black trunks and shaved head, and David Eude's got the bald complexion with the silver and black trunks. Barry?
Bald complexion, I don't know, mate, neither of them have got much hair.
Both of them have certainly given the barber a good working out before they came here tonight, and Eude tries to jump in on Adam Levers, and Levers turns him around on the ropes there, starts to slap away at David Eude. Nice boxing there, Barry, from Adam Levers.
Nice body shot. The last left hook, the body looked good from Adam Levers.
And good tactics too to swing him around then, Eude, to put him on the ropes so he could use him as a target-rich environment there too, Barry, I thought.
You know, Adam Levers, for a guy that hasn't had a lot of experience, he's very cool.
He's great, Adam Levers.
He's a good thinker. And as I said, he lifts himself to the occasion.
Did he chop up Baden Beto last year? I mean, Baden was in there fighting, but there was blood everywhere in that fight. Baden Beto was chopped to ribbons by Adam Levers' precision punching power that night.
Exactly.
And he is beautiful to watch, Adam Levers. He is, as Barry said a moment ago, improving with every fight, and he's a good technician. He thinks
very good technician.
He thinks his punches out. Adam, he doesn't fly away. And you got to give credit to Murray Thompson for that. His boy here shows a lot of patience in his fights.
Yep. And as we said, you know, anyone who gets in the ring with David Eude certainly knows he's in for a fight.
Oh, do they ever? He's a hard puncher, Eude, when he gets going.
Got a ripper of a right hand he has. That fight with Gaither was a great fight.
Was it ever? And that, in fact, I think I got fight of the round from that last year, those two boys, in the Victorian Boxing Title Awards held just before Christmas. Now, both boys here grappling at the moment, trying to get some punches working, but Eude slaps Levers on the rib cage around the kidney region, I'd say, Barry, without having to pull into a medical dictionary, I'd say there. And
well, around the kidney area, I mean, you're not supposed to hit him in the kidneys, but if you get away with it, it's okay. Is that right?
Just a couple of love taps there, Barry. Just to let him know he was around.
I used to be criticised quite regularly for kidney shots, but...
they were accidents, weren't they?
No, they weren't accidents, mate. They were just the bottom of the short rib sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, well, that was so... In other words, it was a line ball, Barry.
That's right.
The line ball as to where they were going, but David Eude there wasn't a line ball. He gave a left-hand slap to Adam Levers, and interesting first round.
I think Levers just pinched it, but, you know...
Probably I think he just got a few more of his punches in more than anything else.
Probably the jab might have won in the round. David Eude did land a couple of very solid right hands, but I'll give the first round to Adam Levers. Just a little bit more technical, boxed nicely.
Yeah, magnificent stuff. And this has got all the makings of being 6 3-minute rounds. I think we're going to see some heavy-duty action in this fight. There's no doubt about that. And it'll be explosive. Some stage of this fight, David Eude will cut loose. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, he hasn't really been stung yet.
His trainer, Barry, a good mate of yours, is he?
Well, Desi Mills from Georgetown, Tasmania. I had my first overseas fight over there.
Yeah.
In Georgetown, and fought a guy called Tony Pace, and won a close 3-round amateur decision. I think it was about my 11th fight, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Desi Mills obviously been a big name in boxing over there for some time.
I'll tell you what, Desi has a big name over there and always been a great mate of mine. Very well respected and, you know, always looked after me when I was in Tasmania.
Good on him. In round 2 here now, and the boys sizing each other again. Eude comes, rushes forward and pushes levers into the ropes, and no need for Jim Boland to get involved there. The referee, experienced referee, no need for him to jump in. The boys have split themselves up. Again, Eude waiting for that right hand. He tried to push one into the nose of Levers, but there was no weight behind it. He just pushed his body forward then, Barry. In fact, I think he lost balance, actually.
Yeah.
Waiting for the opportunity. He's worried about that left hand.
Nice. Good punches from both boys there.
Yes. A couple of rib roasters there from Eude, and then it comes upstairs on Levers with a repetition left hooks there were, gee whiz.
A couple of hooks, yeah.
You need a bit of body strength to do that, arm strength, don't you, Barry, to do it like that triple left hook. Punches to the jaw of the Levers, and Eude.
Well, he sort of had his arm pinned. I think he took full opportunity of it.
Did he ever? Wouldn't want to bump into David Eude in a dark alley at a dark night. He's a fearsome-looking customer, that's for sure, yes. Levers now works downstairs.
Yeah, nice rip and hook.
Yes. And again with the right hand, gee whiz, Levers knows how to put them together when he gets going. He's beautiful to watch. Eude is hard and fast. Oh, swinging left hook just grazed the chin of Levers then.
I tell you, Adam Levers is always very well conditioned, and he's deceptively strong.
He is, no doubt about that. Never seems to run out of energy either, Levers, does he?
Good shots from David Eude there. Good right the body, left right to the head.
You look at Levers' body, you think he's done a lot of track work, wouldn't you? A lot of running in those legs, Barry.
Yeah, he's well proportioned.
Oh, sternum punch there, I'd say, Barry.
Just grazed off his chin and hit him on the chest, yeah. I tell you, the right drive to the chest is not a really... good work the body.
Oh, just prior to this group of bunches here
Lovely
now, Levers did catch a punch to the jaw, I think it was, from Eude, and you saw the grimace.
Yeah, he has too.
And he was struggling a bit there. He tried to fight back, but that Eude just hurt Levers.
Yeah, I still think, Levers, it's a pretty close round this.
Oh, it is, no doubt about
big
that.
Punches been landed by both boys.
It's the first time I've seen him wince at anything Eude had thrown at him so far.
Well, he's possibly one of the biggest punches that Adam Levers has fought, although Brad Searle was a big bomber, and he went out fairly quickly.
Yes, over the top right hand from Eude, that would have nearly jarred his shoulder. Then he threw that hard and fast, came down nowhere. And Levers now, a couple of beautiful right hands bounced off the forehead of Eude.
Those body shots, that last rip of the body, those body shots are going to take it out of David Eude. I can tell that he doesn't like them. And again, there we go.
Oh, good left hook of Levers then cut through the air like a knife.
Oh, good right hand from David Eude inside there, though.
Caught him with it. But gee whiz, that I think it was a left hook of Levers. If that had have struck David Eude, his head would have been laying on our desk then, Barry.
Yep.
That was a vicious left hook. And the boys, that was a good round of boxing. That's probably the best round of boxing for the night so far. Fairly close, but you think Levers
I think Levers got it, yeah. Fairly close.
Just did a bit more. And he's getting more punches in so far, Adam Levers. David Eude, you can see, obviously, is looking for an opportunity to get that right hand working overtime.
Former Australian junior welterweight champion, now training with Brian Levere and Eude. Present Brian Levere. Kenny Rowbottom, good evening to you, Ken. What? Kenny Rowbottom. Kenny the Crusher Rowbottom.
Not much action in the corners there. The boys, the trainers just trying to freshen their boys up in between rounds without dominating them with instructions.
I think it's going to get pretty willing from here on in.
I think so.
Pretty close first 2 rounds. Both boys have landed some good solid shots. Maybe Adam Levers, marginally in front, but David Eude is certainly in this fight, and he's got the power that hurts Adam Levers, as we've seen already.
Yes. And David Eude also, Barry, has a mouse forming in the right eye, underneath the right eye. He's in trouble! Oh! Adam Levers had I think it was a right-hand uppercut, which caught David Eude off balance.
I tell you what, that was brilliantly done the way he did that.
Was it ever? In fact, I thought Jim Boland was going to move in and split them up just as Levers threw that punch.
He was actually, and he was going to stop he was going to separate him, not stop it, he was going to separate him.
Because Barry, that mouse was just throwing into a welt. That was below the right eye of Eude too. I think he's struggling to see how that right eye.
I tell you what, the way Adam Levers took that opportunity then, that was very quick thinking.
It was very smart boxing that, and Bernie Barmer, the president of the board, yelled at the referee to make sure the mouth guard was put back into the mouth of Eude. It was lying on the ground there. Jim Boland did not see it, and he's having a word to both boys about grabbing, I'd say. But David Eude has a very bad swelling under the right eye.
Yeah, sure is.
It's closing the right eye up badly for him.
It's going to get worse.
It will start to swell, more so than it is now.
Yeah, no, it's certainly closing rapidly now.
And he's got his work cut out, David Eude, now with that knockdown as well. It's not going his way.
That was a lovely little right uppercut. The way he spun him round, the way he used his weight advantage. Oh, big right hand from David Eude. Big right hand.
Stung Levers with that punch. And he's tried to throw the right again round the ear hole.
I'll tell you what though, mate, Adam Levers is cool as a cucumber. He's as cool as a cucumber. He got hit with a bomb, he just took it, you know, thought his way around it.
Oh, it wouldn't psychologically help Eude much because he's thrown a big punch like that and it hasn't made Levers take a backward step, Barry. It's got to rock your confidence psychologically, doesn't it, when you throw a top punch?
When you hit a bloke as hard as you can, he just keeps coming. But he can certainly hurt Adam Levers. But Adam Levers, and David's probably banking on that right hand just a bit too much. Adam Levers boxing nicely. He's won this round. And a beautiful right hand from David Eude.
Well, again, he's thrown 2 rippers this round, and that boy's got courage. He's struggling to see it at one eye, but he's throwing bombs and scoring with them.
Oh, hook on the eye there. Lovely
straight
jab.
left from
another nice jab
from Levers. Caught the mark. He's finding that target, and that's why David Eude's got that swelling, Barry. I'd say because he's landed so many punches around that region.
No, he's quite a precise puncher, Adam Levers.
Oh, a precision punisher of the art of pugilism, Barry.
Yep, that's for sure. The manly art of pugilism.
David Eude again throws the right.
Oh, Adam Levers taking a nice solid left hook to the jaw there. David Eude lunged with 2 rights hand, which was short, and then followed with a lovely short hook.
And that moves away, just gets his breath back there, and then tries to throw a straight left of his own that just, I think, bounced off the forehead a bit.
The second half of this round, David Eude has had the better of the round. Yep. But unfortunately for David Eude, he's lost the round because of the knockdown. 10-8, 10-8 as well. So. But excellent boxing there by both boys.
That was a fantastic round of boxing, and what can you say? I mean, the boy from Georgetown, Tasmania, who's got courage personified. He's bruised.
The doctor having a look at David Eude's eye, seems quite happy with it at the moment.
Yeah, just to make sure everything's all right, and he'll be allowed to go on. No doubt about that.
Thanks for joining us, Green Kid Mark. We'll be having a big show soon in Melbourne's Western region. Mr. Rob Wallaseca. Good evening to you, Rob. The Criminal Law, County and Magistrates Court, Black Street, Melbourne. Mr. Rob Wallaseca. Thanks for joining us. Seconds out. Round 4 coming up.
It's already heated up. It's going to get better.
Yep.
The boys ready to go. The cameraman's slow to move in the corner there before the boys could start proceedings again for the 4th round, and the referee has a word with the cameraman just to keep the camera behind the ropes there. And Levers gets pushed back into the ropes, and Jim Boland has a word to David Eude. They're back in the ring centre. Oh, right hand from David Eude.
Beautiful right hand from Adam Levers too, though.
They both struck at the same time. The boys' timing was perfect then. Both of them landing top quality punches on each other. And what a fight this is turning out to be. Slightly different techniques from both these fellows, but gee whiz, we're seeing it all here.
Yeah, David's, with a big puncher's chance. There's still a chance of...
got wrestled to the ground there by Levers.
Adam Levers, as I've said, is an exceptionally fit character, deceptively strong, a pinpoint puncher, and he's just going to work away at that eye and wait for his opportunity.
He certainly is. And, pokes out that left hand again, Levers, and score another point there. Eude comes in, bit of grappling going on, and they'll push themselves away.
Yeah, Steve, Eude's had there it is again. He's had a lot of luck with that right hand to the chin, a long right hand. He keeps catching levers with it, but he fires back well, takes it well, and then fires back with 4 or 5.
Yep,
right. Good punches.
Well, that's the thing with Davis, probably limited a bit. He's got the big right hand, but Levers has got an array of punches. His jab's great.
Yeah,
straight left's fantastic.
I love the way he puts a combo and he finishes with that left hook to body.
Yep, that's about to say, these combination punches, which also include ranging down to the body region there, the stomach, and round to the ribs as well, or whatever. Just covers. cracking punch, and Eude has gone down to his knee. He's in trouble. He's shaking his head to his trainer.
This fight's over.
I think he's had it. He's in a lot of trouble, David Eude.
Yeah,
He looked at his trainer.
Stop the fight.
And he's shaking his head, and I think he's going to stop it. Yes, he's had enough. It can't go on.
Fair enough, Steve.
In fact, he called it an end to it himself, David, and you can't blame him for it. That last punch from the levers was the one that, well, that's just when he stopped.
With a beautifully timed right hand.
Then he stopped the damage that Levers had already done up till that point. He'd already beaten David Eude 95%, and that was the coup de grace, as they say, Barry.
It certainly was.
And David Eude placed in a position where he knew himself he just couldn't go on.
Yep.
He looked at Des Mills and said, basically, Des, I've had it.
Yep.
And Des no doubt agreed with his man. And the referee did the right things. He
Well,
moved in.
only had one eye, and he was. I mean, it was a terrific fight up till then. He was behind on points, and with the eye closing and taking that knockdown, it really wasn't much point in going on, I guess.
Look, they need to see a man get punished to smithereens, and
for sure. Another excellent performance by Adam Levers.
Barry, that'd be a.
That'll close completely, but
David,
they need to get some.
David Eude. Come on, a big round of applause there. David
They need to
Eude,
get one of those
Adam Levers.
swell presses to press
Victoria.
the blood. Press the blood down.
It's building up there at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the referee Jim Boland, acting on advice from David Eude, stopped the contest 2 minutes and 3 seconds into round 4. Maintaining his unbeaten log, the Hammer, Adam Levers.
Good strong win from Adam Levers.
Yeah, very promising for Adam Levers.
How about a big round of applause for the Tassie Tiger, David Eude, as he leads centering at foot Knox.
You'd have to think that Adam Levers would pretty soon have to start to make an impression on the junior middleweight.
Congratulations. A couple of knockdowns there. They were pretty decisive in the final wash-up.
Well, I was hoping he was going to run into a couple, so I'm glad he did.
Adam, you had a big year in the year 2000 and now a big start to the year 2001.
Just keep trying to improve, keep getting better. Can I thank a few people?
Yeah.
I want to thank Murray and Greg for all their help. Susie Ashley for giving me the rub downs. All my friends for coming, and everyone else that come, good on them.
Okay, the Hammer, he continues on, nailing another piece of wood into the former Australian welterweight champion. I saw him this afternoon in Glen Huntly, walking along Glen Huntly Road. Glen Huntly, would you welcome one of Australia's greatest welterweight champions? Can we ever forget Ash Wednesday, February 16, 1983, in 60-degree heat at Melbourne Town Hall, when he met Barry Michael for the Australasian Super Lightweight Championship. Would you welcome to Fort Knox, Frank the Tank Ropes. Frank Ropes. It's with Tommy the Gun Mangan, and Rocky Horror was scheduled to be here. Come on, give Frank Ropes a big warm welcome to the center ring. Frankie Ropes, good evening to you, Frank. Frank, a great boxing environment here tonight. Great to have you as part of it.
It's great, the crowd. Murray Thompson's really done something for boxing in this state, which is incredible. Like, it was dying, it was on its knees, and he's produced this tonight. It's special.
Thanks for joining us, Frank. And Barry Michael, will you go around and give him a big hug?
Oh, he's a champion, mate. I just seen him before, he ran away.
He ran away. Here he comes. Watch out. These two guys met on Ash Wednesday. The Melbourne Town Hall was full of smoke when the great fights. Barry, don't go away. Barry. One of the great things about boxing is your warriors in there, you hate each other's guts, so to speak, but when the ball game's over, Barry, I know you're a great person to make friends with everybody. I think it's a tremendous tribute to you and other boxing champions.
Well, mate, honestly, of all the 60 professional fights I had, I'll never forget that night against Frank at Ash Wednesday. I had to dig deeper within myself than I ever did before. It was about 48 degrees under the ring lights, and that man is the most courageous, toughest, strongest bloke I've ever fought in my whole life. And you know, it was a war. It was anyone's fight up to the end of the 10th round, and just the way it worked out that I won. But a great fighter, Frank Ropes, and just great that we can be mates now, a long time after the fact. Great to see everyone here, and we're going to be doing plenty of shows this year, and I might be doing a couple myself, so I hope you all come along.
Good on you, Barry Boy Michael, IBF Super Lightweight Champion of the World. Would you welcome to centre ring, former Triple M, former Channel 9, former Gravedigger, former. Would you welcome the sober one, the teetotaler with Simon Marshall, Douglas Hawkins. Come up, Doug. Douglas Hawkins. How about giving the Hawk a standing ovation? One of Melbourne's favourite sons. Come on! Kickboxing handshake. Douglas, what's happening in football?
No idea, Howard. I've got no idea. No, the footy's starting very soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Of course, you mentioned Channel 7. We've got one more year to go, and then it's over to Channel Eddie. Eddie's going to take over. So,
will you be going back to Channel Eddie?
Well, me and Eddie are great mates. I've always loved Ed. He's a super bloke. He's a great operator. He's professional. He's a great mate of mine. I'd love to go back to Channel Eddie.
Have you spoken to Steve Perkin about it?
You got the arse, didn't he?
Douglas, radio, you've taken a sabbatical from that. Who won the AFL Premiership in the year 2001?
Well, there's only one side, and it's the mighty Bombers. They are an absolute moral. Get on the Bombers, back to back for sure.
Doug, thanks for your great support on Triple M for boxing. Keep punching, Doug, and look towards the camera. Douglas Hawkins, a big round of applause for the mighty Hawk. 320, what was it, 349, 350 AFL games. Ladies and gentlemen, at ringside we welcome triple Carlton Premiership players, one of the most courageous footballers, played with serious injuries. From Wandon, then he moved to Paran, where Mick Irwin, the brand coach of the VFA days, said if this man couldn't become a AFL, VFL superstar, he would bare his backside in Burke Street. He did that because, would you welcome Wayne the Dominator Johnston. The Dominator, great to have you here, Wayne. Always been a great supporter of footy and boxing, Wayne the Dominator. Also welcome here one of the great fighting Italian champs who came across to Australia, Giuseppe Bertucci. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be formally introducing this man in centering a little later, WBC featherweight champion of the world, John Farmershon. John is here, and we'll be introducing John a little later with his lovely wife, Glenys. Grab your seats, no smoking, Cheryl. And we welcome the man who won the championship here in 1992 when he beat Fancy Dan Murphy from the United States. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Country Gully's favourite son, David Russell, the WBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World. Dave Russell here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is truly an international fight. New Zealand, Australia, we go across the shaky waters to the great white cloud. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the red corner, second time to Melbourne town. He was here in 1999 when he fought Tony Mad Dog Miller at the Melbourne Town Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, from Wellington, New Zealand, with the legendary Bridge Sand, his mentor in professional boxing. 28 fights, 10 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw, and 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the New Zealand Junior welterweight champion, wearing black trunks with a touch of white. Will you give a warm welcome to Fort Knox for Sam the Man Accuso, New Zealand. And across the ring on my right, occupying the blue corner, Fighters Factory Blackburn, Murray Thompson and Greg Groban. Originally from Moreton Vale, South Australia, spent a short time in Tasmania, now based in Blackburn, North Victoria. He comes to centering with a perfect record, 6 fights, 6 wins, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. 4 years ago, he iced Nick Taturis inside 1 round at Festival Hall, shedding 71 kilograms, Bombers colours of black with red trim. Would you welcome the KO Kid, David Steenson. Judges, David Winkle, Nigel Williams, Augustus Mercurio. The referee, the man with the short crop on top, John McCubbin. Here we go, John. Referee's instructions.
Yeah, boys, I'll give you the instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey them at all times. Shake hands. Have a good night.
We're about ready to go here.
Seconds are out, round 1.
Okay, here we go again. Fighters Factory Promotions here in our third fight of the night. David Steenson coming blazing out of the blue corner into Sammy Accuso.
Looking at David Stinson's record, mate, can he bang? He's really stiffened some good fighters. Got heaps of class.
Accuso pushed him back with the right hand then, is starting to exert a little bit of authority from the centre, but Steenson came out blazing.
Well, mate, Sammy Accuso has been in against the best. He's fought Sean Sullivan, Julian Holland twice, Jamie Crampton, Tony Mad Dog Miller. He's fought from lightweight up to cruiserweight.
And that he's in the veteran category, yes.
Yeah.
Sammy. And that, I tell you what, he doesn't look a day over about 35, but he's probably...
No, he's only 30.
He's only 30.
He's only 30.
So here he goes, Accuso bouncing into Steenson, throwing some body punching into Steenson. He's got him caught in the corner. Steenson won't move out. Accuso won't let him. And hit him with a rocking punch. Right hand was huge, buried to the jaw of Steenson. Well, was an absolute ripper.
He's hit Steenson with some big shots. Steenson's... he's curling there. No, I'll tell you, he doesn't look hurt to me.
Steenson doesn't hurt at all.
No, he's taken some big shots. He's weathered it well.
Gee whiz.
A big opening from Sam Accuso there. Very impressive.
Hit him with everything except the Sydney Harbour Bridge then, Barry, and Steenson has walked away from it as if he'd just come out of the rain. And looks pretty solid, Steenson there. He took most of that nicely. He's got the red stripe on the black trunk, Steenson. And Accuso did he let go there. He's probably realised that Steenson came out firing. He had to perhaps answer that to let him know what's going to take any mucking around. Could be the psychological factor.
Yeah, I think, when he gets back to his corner, David Steenson, he'll be told to maybe use a bit of that reach that he's got. He's sort of standing there in the corner or backing up, giving Sam Accuso as much opportunity as he wants to unload, really. Yeah,
we did give him a lot of room to unload that fusillade of punches that we just saw, Barry, and seemed to stand there and had the gloves up, but didn't do much to fend him off or to try and get out of that corner, did he?
Honestly, he didn't, but he didn't seem worried at all by it. He didn't seem perturbed at all. I mean, he's had a lot of experience, David Stinson, 50-odd amateur fights, 27 years of age. He's undefeated as a professional with 4 KOs out of 6 fights. So, his record speaks for itself.
He's KO'd a few too, by the sound of it.
KO'd a lot.
Accuso moves in again, trying to pin Steenson on the ropes and start another barrage of punches through that right hand again. Hits Steenson on the jaw. He hasn't gone backwards, though.
Big shot. I tell you what, David Steenson's got a good chin. That was flush. Those right hands a bit flush on the chin.
Oh, and he's fought back beautifully with the right hand to the jaw of Accuso. These boys are started off with no big pardons whatsoever, and they're straight into it.
Good first round.
Accuso with the everlast trunks on, a famous brand in boxing, and throws the right hand, bounces off the shoulder of Stinson, but both these boys aren't going to take a backward step. They're into it like there's no tomorrow.
Stinson wants to use that reach a bit, but definitely a good round of Accuso for the opening.
I'd love to see a fight open in that sort of fashion.
10-9 round to Sam Accuso with a very impressive first round effort.
Oh, was it ever?
That woman's to make the tribute presentation.
Great opening round of boxing, was that ever? And Aukuso, well, he should be pretty proud of himself at the moment. Got an experienced corner there working for him, Accuso, as he regains his breath for round 2. And it's going to be a fantastic bout, this one. It started off in fantastic shape there. 6 3-minute rounds coming up, 5 to go. And Steenson, I just wonder, Barry, again, if he should have tried to move the first few punches from Accuso, if he should have moved out of that corner.
Well, you know, I guess he should have, Steve, but you know, he decided to stay there, and he took the shots. He weathered them, and he wasn't really perturbed. He wasn't badly hurt. He didn't appear to be shaken.
You think that he wanted to see how much punishment he could perhaps try?
Well, you know, it did look that way, but he came back well. He looked supremely confident, David Steenson, as we come out for the round 2. Sam Accuso stalking him.
Yes, it's a slightly heavier Sam too, with about a 1.2 kilo advantage in body weight. Doesn't really look it, but he is. That's the official weighing situation. So not much difference in the weights.
Well, Steenson's got, you know, considerable reach advantage, but he elects to sort of stand in there and bang, doesn't he? He's a bomber.
He seems to like doing it that way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's completely different to Adam Lever's style we saw in the last fight. He likes to be precise. Steenson seems to just like to mix the heavy artillery the whole time, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He likes to throw the big ones.
That punch
but he does it with class, I tell you. Look, he's cool in there. Blocking Accuso's punch as well.
Oh, yes, Accuso whipped one round the ear hole in of Steenson. No damage done, of course. But Steenson fighting back with a beautiful straight right.
Yeah, Steenson's cool, mate. He knows what he's doing in there.
Oh, does he ever? I get the feeling that he's pretty confident he can take anything Accuso throws at him, Barry.
Yeah, I think he can.
Because he's withstood the whole barrage of that pressure, the shaky isles, they may be called, but this man's brought them with him. Accuso, but he hasn't shaken Steenson yet with it.
Steenson looking for that opening for the big one.
Oh, yes.
Boxing a bit better this round, but Accuso's work rate's still good.
Accuso's just waiting for the opportunity, I think, probably to try and see if he can push Steenson back on the ropes and start another barrage, but Steenson's waiting for that opportunity, foxing a little bit, isn't he, Barry? You'd think. Waiting for that opportunity to throw a big bomb at Accuso and try and rattle his cage a bit.
Yep. Yeah, he certainly wants to get those big shots in, Steenson, but he's been a bit, you know, he's having a look more this round. He opened the first round coming out throwing bombs, then he got bombed back himself and went to a bit of a shell. Now he's having a look at Accuso, waiting for that opening.
He's beautifully constructed, Steenson. The shoulders blades are very strong. He's strong in the arms, the upper body. Plenty of power in those punches if he fires on target. Accuso over the top with the right hand and then slaps one into the ribcage. I think it hit the elbow.
He bowls them in.
And Steenson fights back there. When he gets going, he looks vicious when he gets going with that left and right combo.
Yep. You'd have to say Accuso's probably just edging this round, though. The work rate was a bit better in the early part of the second round. Won the first round well. Steenson's work rate is not
he needs to up
what
the
it should be.
Fraction. Cracking left hand. Was that beautiful? That straight left.
It's a beautiful left hook.
Left hook, sorry. Straight into Accuso.
Accuso firing up well.
He's in trouble, Accuso!
Accuso's in trouble.
And Steenson's firing away. Accuso looks in trouble. Steenson's firing, and now Accuso grabs the back of the head. He felt that, Accuso.
We get a knockout here. It's going to be Accuso.
Steenson's all over Accuso like a seagull after a piece of fat berry.
Yeah.
And the bell goes after a pummeling finish to that round. The referee, John McCubbin, sends Accuso back to his corner. He didn't look at him. Well, the ringside doctor's heading straight to the Aukuso corner to see if Accuso is able to proceed.
Steve, up until that last barrage, it was Accuso's round. when Stinson opened up, and I had a feeling this was going to happen. Like if there's going to be a knockout, it's going to come from Stinson. He's going to stop Accuso, because Accuso's hit him with everything he can, and he hasn't looked like being hurt. As I said, he's been biding his time, waiting for that opportunity. He got it there. I still reckon I'm going to call that round even, because Accuso did have that round won.
The initial part of the round, and 2/3 of the round was Accuso's, and then he got hit by the Steenson Southern Aurora coming through.
But I tell you, I reckon the next round could be the last. He was hurt at the end of the round.
Very hurt, badly hurt.
David Steenson knows he can put him away now. I don't think he's ever doubted it, actually. He's a very confident fighter. And I think he'll do it this round.
I think now we know why in that first round he stood there in that corner. It was because he just said, let's see what this bloke's got.
Let him have a bit of a go.
And let's see if he maybe tire himself out a bit.
Supremely confident, Steenson.
He just let Accuso perhaps tire himself out a bit, and then thought, well, that's all he can throw. That's the best he can do. I can match anything he's got, and I can come back with 10, 20% better.
Yep.
And that's a test of strength, isn't it, Barry, to a certain
degree?
Is.
Yeah, that took the sting out of Accuso right at the end of the second round there.
Oh, did it ever?
He was in a lot of trouble. That round had been another minute longer, it might have been all over. Even another 30 seconds.
Yeah, you could see the look on Accuso's face was one of a devastated man in that last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But he's come out here, looks to have recovered somewhat from that barrage. He's trying to proceed as he was. He's trying to move forward and make the fight, but...
when Steenson gets on target and he opens up, he's devastating.
Oh, is he ever? Yep, he's a big, strong boy, Steenson. There's a lot of upper body power in that boy. And John McCubbin moves in and has a word to Accuso, calls them back together. Pokes out the left hand. The boys have started this round off a lot slower, Barry. At the moment just gathering their breath from that last effort. That was first 2 rounds were very fast and hard, fast and furious.
Steenson just biding his time.
Accuso, a lot of lateral movement from Accuso at the moment, trying to avoid Steenson.
I would have thought, at the end of the second round, there we are.
Oh, crunching punch. Accuso stumbled. McCubbin's having a look at him and puts a standing 8 count on the boy. And he looks away, a bit of disgust from Accuso then, Barry.
The crowd don't like it.
And Accuso says, hey, nothing wrong with me, John, Big John. But Big John did what he thought was the right thing.
Yeah, no, he was hurt, definitely. And
he was stung. There's no doubt about that, because there was a stumble there, Barry, from Accuso.
To be honest with you, I think it's just a matter of time here. Before Steenson gets on target and, gets a real chance to unload. But as we've got the third round here, I just get the feeling that David Steenson's going to pull him up before the end of 6 for sure.
Yep.
A couple of times there he's had him, Accuso, and Accuso's hit Steenson some good shots, but he's taken them well, he rides them well, and he's just waiting.
Oh, yes.
Here it comes.
He's just...
good left hook, right hand.
Boxing somewhat. Oh, wicked left hook.
That left hook had plenty in it.
Oh, did it ever. Oh, boy. Plenty of juice in that left hook. Oh, uppercut from Aukuso. Wasn't quite on target.
Oh, no, he's got him.
The left hook.
He's hit Accuso some bombs.
And the bombs being attempted to be thrown by both boys.
Steenson's got excellent timing too. He really has.
Oh. And Accuso pats him away with that right hand, trying to keep him at bay. And Stinson comes in at the end of the bell and has a word to the corner of Aukuso. A little bit of confrontation there.
Unbelievable.
Oh, he jumped into him. He's got a smile on his face, I think, at the moment, Steenson, after that effort.
I call that a 10-8 round of Steenson because of the standing 8 count, because he had Accuso in trouble a couple of times there.
Oh, he seemed to have a bit of a quick argument with the Accuso connections there for a minute, Barry. I don't know why. It's Steenson. Just to let them know that he's the man for the night.
Yeah.
Barry, a little bit of psychology there. Doesn't go astray. You can use everything you can use, Barry, does it?
For sure.
Accuso's trainer working overtime there in the corner there on his man's legs, trying to get some oxygen.
Yeah. I just get the impression it's a matter of time. And the standing 8 count might have saved him that time. But he's going to run out of time.
The legs, Barry, trying to get a bit of loosening up there, a bit of oxygen in there or something, or improve the lactic acid.
Trying to get some feeling back in him, I guess. He's quite a good fighter, Accuso. He's quite impressed me, but Steenson is really something else. I think he's an excellent prospect. Maybe a little bit slack with his defence, doesn't seem to bother about it.
He's
too
very
much.
laconic in his style, isn't he?
He is,
Cavalier somewhat. That
Yeah.
probably something his
He
trainer can attend to if he needs be. Murray Thompson will
He picked that shot beautifully. Top one
need
back there.
to probably have a word to him when he goes up the ranks here, Steenson. But at the moment, he's been able to get away with that laconic style against Aukuso so far. Oh, punishing punches to the
Vicious
body.
body shot.
And we heard them at ringside, the crunching blows.
Oh.
The jaw with the right hand from Stinson's now flaying away at Accuso.
What an
Uppercut to the
uppercut.
left
What an
hand.
uppercut.
Barry would have rocked the Casbah, that punch.
Man, I tell you what, some big shots. Credit to Accuso, he's got a good chin.
Oh, he's got the electricity hasn't yet travelled, Barry, from the chin to the brain. I think as Gus Mercurio once said in one of his books, I think.
First time I've had a look at Steenson, he's very impressive, mate. Just
He's,
probably the only flaw I could see is his defence could be tightened, but
very athletic, isn't he?
oh, he's strong. He's a good thinker, good counter puncher.
Well, Accuso hits fresh air over the top, just missed, but they break up again. But Accuso, to a certain degree, I wouldn't say he's lost a bit of interest, but he's had the sting taken right out of him.
He's had the soul case punched out of him. I tell you, he has. He's still numb from those big shots he took, I tell you.
She's trying to get a massage at the end of this round if he's still with us. His chest, back.
Yeah, no, not much left in Accuso's punches now. Steenson seems to be taking a bit of a breather.
Yes, he's just weighing it up.
As I said, again, biding his time, waiting.
He's finding a bit like Tony Weeby to a certain degree in bursts,
Look,
I
honest
suppose.
to God, I was going to say that he reminds me of Tony Weeby the way he fights.
Yes.
Tony Weeby's got a bit of a propensity to take punishment, come back and knock his opponents out. He's a great fighter, Tony Weeby. He's number 2 in the world now, and it'd be great to see Weeby win a world title. But look at this.
Stinson go, hammer and tongs on Accuso, McCubbin
This is
may stop
exactly
it.
what I said was going to happen. It's all over.
He's
Nearly
in big
over.
trouble, Accuso. He's not putting up a defence. McCubbin may stop it.
Long John, a couple
Big
of good
John's
clean
gonna break
shots
him
and
up.
he'll pull it up.
You know, the referees here, they don't like to see boys on the ropes doing nothing. And he's got to keep his gloves up or
He
try
nearly
to bend them
stopped
off.
it then, Long John, I tell you. A couple of good clean shots because you can see that the strength is ebbing out of Accuso rapidly. Look, there's nothing in that anymore.
He's turning into jelly a bit there at the moment, Accuso. And Steenson jumps in. Steenson
jumped on a right hand.
He's a bit like a cat toying with a mouse at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. He does remind me of
Tony Weeby.
Tony Weeby, he really does.
He ever. Burst fighter and built on similar lines. He's strong upstairs, enormously strong upstairs.
Yeah, very strong. Big bomber. I'll tell you, Weeby is a bomber, isn't he?
Well, he is a bomber, Weeby, no doubt about that. And Steenson did get a nice
big round, big round
for him, and virtually just about a 10-8, wasn't it, Barry?
Yeah, I'd call it 10-8 maybe. Accuso's just about gone.
He's
just about gone.
His corner, an experienced corner, there's not much more they can do. They're whipping out the instructions. He has a mouth guard.
I think he wants to chuck it in, mate.
He looks like he's stretched out on that chair.
I think he's going to stop it. He's going to go out. He doesn't want to go on, I'm telling you.
So I can be happier lying on a slab of marble at this point. the boxing stool.
Yeah, I reckon he would be for sure. Nah, he's not looking happy in the corner.
Be like Julian too, wouldn't it?
Corner man trying to revive him. I mean, he's an experienced fighter. Is he going to go out, or are they going to stop this fight?
It seems to be in pain too, Barry. He's in a bit of pain. I think he's suffering.
His jaw's hurting, I think.
He's got a sword jaw. He may have a injury. He's had it. He's finished. He can't come out. Barry Michael just pointed out it could be the jaw. Perhaps it's, I think the trainer, maybe the ringside doctor, will give us an opinion later on.
It wouldn't surprise me if he had a busted jaw. He got hit with some big shots from Steenson. Steenson is the bomber. There's no worries about that.
Those uppercuts, Barry, would rock any bone structure,
Oh, look,
I think.
hey, good prospect, that boy.
A beautiful punch.
27 years of age. If he gets himself serious, he'll go well.
Oh, yes. Yep. So that's would go down officially, I'd say, as a TKO victory to Steenson. He's on the way, that boy.
Yep.
Showing all the hallmarks of having a career. May have to tighten up his defence, as you said. He's laconic and cavalier at times. But Murray Thompson will hopefully be able to rectify some of that.
For sure. Julian Holland gave him the rap to me. He said he was a real big puncher and he'd been boxed him quite a bit in the gym. He said he was excellent sparring.
Yes. He's certainly, and he's also given this crowd something to really get excited about here tonight, because the first couple of rounds of that fight, both boys were fantastic. And Aukuso came out blazing He had everything working for him. He had the rapid-fire machine gun fire punches working overtime, but he used everything up.
Yeah.
And, David Steenson came home hard.
A technical stoppage just at the start of round 5. Sam Accuso pulled out. What transpired there, John?
Sam's corner, he actually stopped the fight. Sam looked a little bit weary in the corner and his trainer took the right decision. Well done.
Jaw.
Yeah, I sort of tipped there that he wasn't going to come out, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, Barry. Barry Michael tipped that, expertly tipped it too, and called the shots there that
Ladies
Aukuso wouldn't come out.
and gentlemen, as the bell is tolled for the start of round 5, Bridge Stan in the red corner on behalf of his fighter, Sam Accuso, waved the contest off. Therefore, the winner, ladies and gentlemen, 7 out of 7 ain't bad for the KO kid, David Steenson. And to present the medallion, the Hawk, Doug Hawkins. Doug will make an official presentation. How about a big round of applause for Sam Accuso? Okay, Stephen Peake alerted in the fact that Sam Accuso has a problem with his jaw, but not broken. Come on, give Sam Accuso, Sam the man from New Zealand, as he bows and thanks you for supporting him. Ladies and gentlemen, a new hotshot amongst the galaxy of greats at Murray Thompson's Fighters Factory is the KO kid, David Stinson. Come on, give David a big round of applause. He makes his debut here this evening. David, it wasn't easy because, gee, caught you with some big shots there. It was a learning process, I suppose.
Yeah, it was, he's got a lot of experience and it was a hard fight. He caught me with some big shots. I've only been down here training a few months. I've got a lot of improvement to do and a long way to go yet. But I keep striving every day. I'll get there.
Congratulations.
If I could just take 15 seconds to thank you people that made this win possible for me. I'd like to thank first of all Murray Thompson, who brought me over from Adelaide and put me in his home, gave me a place to stay and wakes me up every morning, tell me that it's that time in the morning again, and putting up with my moods. I'd also like to thank a few sponsors if I can. I'd like to thank firstly all my Fighters Factory teammates, all the people that have given me the sparring, all my buddies. We're more than just a boxing team. We socialise together, we're a club. Thanks, boys. I'd like to thank my friends that have come over here from Adelaide, my loyal friends. I really appreciate that. And my mum, who's been to as many fights as she can. Kevin Clark, who's been to all my fights, no matter where I fight. He's been my main support all through my life. And my sponsors, Susie Ashley Massage on Junction Road. She got me right for this fight. She's a great lady, gave me a lot of support. And Mark Greedy in House from Victor Tattoo, Victor Harbour. They've got awards all over Australia. They're the best tattooists in Australia down there at Victor Harbour. And they're here tonight, they're great blokes. I thank everyone for making me welcome here in Melbourne. I love the place and I'm here to stay. Thanks everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to be please upstanding and observe a very solemn moment here this evening. Could you be all upstanding, please? Could I have complete quiet, please? Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. In boxing, kickboxing, we pay tribute to our fallen heroes, our icons, our loved ones. At many functions you attend over the years when you lose family, friends, whether it be accidents, sudden death, or whatever the reason, you usually observe a minute's silence, but in fact in the sport of boxing and kickboxing, we believe we pay the best tribute. We toll the bell 10 times, which is the knockout in boxing. We say God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, on December 28th last year, we lost Australia and possibly the world's greatest kickboxing martial arts mentor in Master Dana Goodson. He was only 49 years young. He trained during his career in Australia 90 World Australian, Victorian, South Pacific, East Coast and Intercontinental champions. Born in San Francisco, Master Dana the Trainer Goodson went to Hawaii, Honolulu, where in 1983 he met up with Barry Boy Michael and Jeff Malcolm. That was to change the history of Master Dana's life. He came to Australia originally as a kickboxing performer under Barry Michael's promotion at Melbourne Town Hall. He stayed on to work with great champions including Barry Michael, Lester Ellis, Tipo Gomez, Stan the Man Longinidis, Ivan Rukavina, Mike the Bounty Hunter, Jimmy Thunder, Dennis Andres, Jeff Malcolm, a galaxy of greats numbering 250 great boxing, kickboxing champions, and Australia's first ever world kickboxing champion, Songal the Diamond Orum. Ladies and gentlemen, our thoughts go out to his wife, Kim, his sons, Dana Jr., 14, and Aaron, 12. Tonight, we say God bless, rest in peace, Master Dana the Trainer Goodson, #1. Damien Membry, I'll get you to toll the bell, please, 10 times. Could I have your observance, ladies and gentlemen? Rest in peace, Master Dana the Trainer Goodson. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the centre ring with his lovely lady Glenys, one of your favourites, one of our favourites. A man who in 1969 captured the featherweight championship of Australia at the Royal Albert Hall in London on that Friday morning. Would you welcome the centre ring world champ John Famechon with his lovely lady Glenys. Take your time, John. How about a giant ovation for Pano? Would you welcome the centre ring, Mr. Jack Raine, Mr. Jack Raine. And Pamo's lovely daughter, Danielle. Danielle, good evening to you, Danielle. Come over to the centre ring. What a beautiful young lady. Not beautiful, a very vivacious young lady. Yeah, what am I going to say, Pamo? Mr. Jack Raine, could you come up, please? Congratulations, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bernard Barman, the chairman of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, is going to make a special presentation to John Famechon and then Jack Raine on behalf of Lionel Rose. Let's go through it, Bernard. Lionel Rose is 52 years young. He just missed selection for the 1964 Olympic Games in Tokyo. He turned professional in September 64 and retired in 1976. He won the Australian Bantamweight Championship in 1966. And then in Tokyo in 1968, he won the Bantamweight Championship of the World from Japan's Masahiko fighting Harada. He retired in 1976 with a record of 53 fights, 42 wins, 12 wins by knockout. Featured on the two-part Channel 7 series, which Cheryl Thomas recently received, Rose Against the Odds, Australian of the Year, and singer, entertainer. Would you salute Lionel Rose? His great mentor all the way through his career in professional boxing, the man from Mako Polo Street, Essendon, Mr. Jack Ready. Come on, give Jack a warm welcome to center ring. He's a man steeped with the World Boxing Federation, a pathfinder around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as Barry Michael joins us at ringside here tonight, we say congratulations to a man who was born in Paris in 1945. He came to Australia in 1950. He didn't box in amateur ranks. Turned professional June 1961. That's almost 40 years ago. He won the Victorian Featherweight Championship 1964. Became National Featherweight Champion the same year when he beat a man who died recently, Queensland's Ollie Taylor. He won the Commonwealth Featherweight Championship the following year against the late Scott John O'Brien. And then in January 1969 at London's Royal Albert Hall, sole referee and judge George Smith raised the hand of John Famechon when he beat the legendary Cuban Spaniard Jose Negra to win the Featherweight Championship of the world. 67 fights, 55 wins, 20 wins by knockout. Let's salute John Famechon! John Famechon. How about a standing ovation for Mako? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask for your indulgence and quiet, please. For the chairman of the Professional Boxing Board, the Martial Arts Board, Mr. Bernard Palmer. And ladies and gentlemen, those who think that Bernard might be I'll say advisedly, token chairman, he was an InterVarsity boxing champion, so he knows the caper. Well done, Bernard. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Howard. Firstly, if I can have your attention, I'd like to explain this award to you. If you could take your seats. The Australian Sports Medal is to commemorate Australian sporting achievement and has been established as a commemorative award within the Australian Honours System. The medal has been created to recognise the contributions of both current and former sports participants and for those who have provided support services for sport. The medal is a unique way for Australia to recognise the wide-ranging efforts of those who have made Australia a great sporting nation. The Governor-General authorises all awards within the Australian Honours System, and nominations for the Australian Sports Medal have been recommended by the Prime Minister, Federal, State and Territory Sports Ministers, Senators, members of the House of Representatives or peak sports bodies recognised by the Australian Sports Commission. I couldn't remember that, Pano. Without further ado, I'd ask Scotty Brown to bring over the warrants. Firstly, I'll present Mr. Rennie with Lionel Rose's warrant, and with it, the sports medal. That's engraved in his name. Unfortunately, Lionel couldn't be with us tonight. Secondly, John Famechon, an icon of Australian boxing. John, I'd like to present this warrant to you. It's not an arrest warrant. It's a warrant from the government, signed by the Prime Minister and the Governor-General. Accompanying it is a medal engraved with your name. Congratulations.
Keady, I feel very honoured and I'm grateful for receiving the award. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had 3 cheers for Raine of Mako. How about 3 cheers for Lionel Rose and John Faversham? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard Barmer. Jack Reading on behalf of Lionel Rose and John Faversham. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
I still owe me $20, you bugger.
Welcome, David Slater, the ring son. Good evening to you, David. Great to see you there. Well, amateur wizard, the Slater boys, king of the castles. Ladies and gentlemen, those who follow boxing, particularly the great program TV Ringside on the 7 Network, would remember that theme that introduced Monday Night Boxing to your television screen. And the founding father of TV Ringside was the late Ron Casey. Last August we paid tribute to Ron Casey, who died on July 7, 2000 at the age of 72. He was a devotee of boxing for more than 50 years. Chairman of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board of Victoria for more than a decade. Together with Sydney's Ray Conley and the legendary radio caller Reg Grundy, Ron Casey, Ray Conley and Reg Grundy brought boxing to radio and later to television. Case created TV Ringside in 1966. He uncovered, he nurtured, and he founded the great boxing champions we know. John Faversham, Lionel Rose, Rocky Mattioli, Barry Michael, Tony Mundine Sr., Hector Thompson, Kahun Mahunga, Leo Young Sr., Ben Britzy, Paul Ferrari, Steve Axel. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we pay homage to Ron Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, last year the Professional Boxing Trainers League presented Murray Thompson with a great Promoter of the Year award. He doubled up as Mr. Bernard Barmer once again, the chairman of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board explains. Murray Thompson, it's your night.
Thank you. After Mr. Casey's death in June of last year, the boxing board, that is Simon Hillman, Bob Todd, Scotty Brown, Mel McGuinness and our hard-working secretary, Bart McCarthy, discussed the situation, and we decided to create an award in honour of Ron. And it was gracious of Mrs. Casey, who's here ringside, to allow us to use the Casey family crest as part of the award. We decided on a belt, a championship belt, to be presented to the contributor, or the most outstanding contributor to boxing, as boxing was Ron Casey's passion, and in many ways the boxing fraternity was the extended family. I'd like to call Murray Thompson to the ring to receive this award. Mrs. Casey, can you pass the belt in, please? Thank you. Murray, on behalf of the Victorian Boxing Fraternity and in particular the Casey family, would like to present you with this belt for your contribution to boxing, and I hope you cherish this memory for many years to come. Murray is such a hard-working fellow. He's got things to do up in the rooms, but I'm going to coax him into saying a few words.
Thanks a lot. This is a great moment. I mean, Ron Casey is such a great man, and he loved boxing, and I love boxing, and just trying to get boxing back, and it's a great moment. Thanks a lot.
Thanks very much.
How about 3 cheers for Murray Thompson? Hip it? Hip it? Hip it? Thank you, Pauline Casey. Thank you, Bernard Palmer. And we're coming back with boxing live in centering at Fort Knox. With you other from New Zealand, Rangi. Mako, Australia. Coming down the stairs. The stairway, not to heaven, but here it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Fighters Factory, Murray Thompson proudly presents one of our feature attractions at Fort Knox, our first big show of the year 2001, the real millennium. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing for the Women's South Pacific Junior Middleweight Championship, New Zealand, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, as women take the boxing world by storm, only in the last 24 hours we notice, we hear, almost on the dotted line, Layla Ali and Frazier Lyde, the 2 great daughters of great world champions Muhammad Ali and Smokin' Joe Frazier. Tonight, we move into the new groove with women's professional boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action for this bout is James Boland. Your judges at ringside, Adina Williams, David Wignall, and Gus Mercurio. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, on my left, occupying the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, she is a native of Rotorua in the Northern Island, the North Island of New Zealand. Last night she scaled 66.1 kilograms. She has had 5 fights in kickboxing, 5 fights, 3 wins. Tonight making her professional mark with some Queen-free rules debut, wearing blue with a touch of white and a touch of black. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a warm welcome with Peter Bishop, her mentor in Australia for the first time, Pano Rangi. And ladies and gentlemen, occupying the blue corner, now part of the Murray Thompson Fighters Factory, a lady gaining more exposure than any professional boxer in Australasia. Last night she scaled 64.85 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, from Christchurch, now based in St Kilda, Victoria, she's pure. 2 kickboxing bouts, 2 big wins in professional boxing. 2 bouts, 2 wins. 4 out of 4 ain't bad. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome, wearing black trunks with white trim, Raine of Mako. James Holland, South Pacific Championship at stake.
Okay, ladies, in the centre ring. 6 rounds of boxing, may the best lady win. Protect yourself at all times. I've spoken to you both in the dressing room. As for knockdown, you score this one, here's one behind you. Any questions in 8 seconds? Okay, let's get it on.
Well, we're just about ready for big action here tonight at Fighters Factory Promotions here in Knoxville, Victoria on the 9th of February 2001. Raine Mako, as you just heard Howard Lee say, is undefeated and up against the New Zealand champion Pano Rangi for the Women's South Pacific light middleweight title fight. This will be a humdinger because Raine Mako is on fire. She's beaten the best in Australia so far, and from all reports, Pano Rangi is absolutely killing them over in New Zealand. So here these girls go, Barry. This should be fantastic women's boxing bout, this one.
Sure will. Raine Mako impresses me every time I see her. She certainly comes to fight. You wouldn't want to be late home for dinner if she was your missus, I tell you. But no, she certainly impresses me, Raine, and she puts her punches together well. Very aggressive, superbly conditioned. So Pano Rangi from New Zealand's got the job in front of her, I think.
Oh, yes, noted about that. There's a slight weight differential in favour of Pano Rangi's coming in at 67.5 kilograms and Raine Mako at 64.85. Mako is in the black trunks with white pipings, and the New Zealand girl, Pano Rangi, is in the royal blue trunks with the Adidas stripes. And left hand thrown by Pano Rangi, but Raine Mako was quick of time follow up there. Swing the right hand and a straight left. And Raine Mako has taken all before her so far in her pugilistic career. She's done a great job. She's moved from the Amanda Buchanan stable from the underworld, as we heard before, down to the Murray Thompson Fighters Factory here in Knoxville, Victoria. Okay. I'd say probably because Buchanan does a lot of TV and film stunt work and may not have the time to prepare Raine Mako for professional boxing, Barry.
Okay. At this stage, Raine Mako showing a real good kit of punches as usual, punching nicely with the jab to the head and the right drive to the body, which is a debilitating shot. Doesn't look real impressive when the right to the body lands, but it really takes the wind out of your opponent.
Yes.
And Raine Mako's landed a couple of good shots there. Pano Rangi not in range at the moment. That was a bit better by her. But at the moment, Raine Mako dominating the first round.
She's trying to control, and I think he just slipped the right hand through the stomach region of Rangi on the way through. Didn't do any damage though. Both girls still sizing each other up in this first round. Mako trying to make the fight by forcing the issue by moving forward constantly and playing away. Oh, right hand hit Rangi on the jaw, and the bell's gone! Mako was throwing leather, both girls, not worried about the bell. Rangi, fantastic sportsmanship, bowed to Mako after the bell, Barry.
Yeah, when Raine Mako gets wound up, she just starts throwing, but she doesn't stop.
Oh, she's a windmill.
With power too, Steve. You know, bang it.
I've seen her. Well, I've got a very high opinion of Kathy Zutt, and Mako and Zutt went in it last year like there was no tomorrow, and it was a fantastic fight, and Mako just got home. So,
for sure. You know, Kathy Zutt's a very classy little boxer.
Oh, is she ever? And she, of course, is here tonight. She was in the Kevin Murray corner, assisting the corner people, and Murray's bout earlier on in the night. Murray did have a victory. Rangi corner now. Working away.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Murray Thompson has done a great job in bringing Raine Mako to his gymnasium.
Yeah, she'll get excellent good boxing sparring there at Murray's gym, and great conditioning as well. It's what she needs to, to really lift her career a bit more. She's going exceptionally well at this stage.
Oh yes, a low right hand from Mako as she came in. Concentrating there.
Yeah,
magnificent picture of concentration, Mako.
She is. One of her friends is calling out, relax. And I think it's pretty good advice. I think
it is, but she wants to get it on, Mako.
Does she ever?
And that she's got fire in the heart.
Oh, I think she really has. I tell you, she gets that determined look in her eye.
There's a lot of emotion in her boxing, Barry. Yep. A lot of emotion, and once she gets going, she wants to get it on. She doesn't want to hold back.
No.
And her friends may be yelling out to her to relax, but when she gets going, she wants to keep it going, and then just drop the short right jolt into the sternum region of Rangi. Rangi fights back and pushes Mako away with the right hand punch, but Mako at the moment making the fight, Barry.
Yep.
Oh, straight right.
As she does it every time I've seen her, Steve, she always comes out aggressive and throws lots of punches and does it well. You know, she dominates her opponents.
Oh yes, that whole physical and emotional domination working from the start. Rangi's trying to hang on. Mako, nothing really stung Rangi, but she's Mako's still scoring points by striking Rangi with the bunches of punches there.
I tell you, Raine Mako will be a lot better fighter when she does relax a bit, because she tends to try and load them up too much. You know, you can see the effort that she puts into them, you know. Yep. If they come more naturally just flowing, and I'm sure Murray Thompson will bring that out in her.
No doubt about that. Hard to be pounding. She's probably looking for the quick result, try to end the whole thing as quick as what she can, but...
well, you know, Steve, she's still a relative novice, you know. Both, you know, there's not many girls have had a great lengthy professional boxing career. She's still a relative novice, but she's certainly progressing very well every time I see her.
Yep.
And got a good kit of punches hard, well conditioned, and got the right mental attitude.
Always comes out in magnificent physical condition, mate, Mako.
Contact Simon Marshall. Simon Marshall's not the best goalie in town. Simon Marshall for your best bets, former Sky. Sport 97, Channel 9 personality, Simon Marshall.
Right hand, you go back on the back foot. Keep down, I said, keep down.
Instructions moving thick and fast here in the Rangi corner.
Yeah, well, I tell you, what would you be saying to her at the moment? She's got to lift her work rate. Maybe she's got to try and get up on Raine Mako, because at the moment she's being out-hustled, out-punched,
and
out-strength, really. At this stage, I'd say she hasn't got the necessary tools to really do much better, I don't think. But then one punch can turn a fight around.
Oh, yes.
At any stage.
Mako's coming hard again. Oh, the left hand was a good one, Barry, from Mako. Now they're grappling, and Boland will move in and break them. He'll have a word with them too, I'd say. And I think just telling them to watch it in close there and watch the grabbing and the grappling.
Also the heads and that as well, I would imagine. Don't want to have...
one of those type of results, Barry, where
sure.
Someone gets a head clash and can't go on due to an eye cut or facial cut.
Well, it wouldn't do a lot for Raine Mako's modelling career, would it?
No, not at
Couple
all.
of nasty cuts.
Not at all. Oh, Rangi's doing everything she can to hang on there, but Mako decided that she'd punch her way out of that scrimmage. Just as, in fact, Jimmy Boland would have been lucky he didn't cop one in the stomach thing. Nearly wore one in the
She's always got
belly.
something on the way, I'll tell you.
Oh, she has. She's obviously thinking the whole time there as to she's trying to get those punches in, and again stalking Rangi to her own corner, the red corner. Tried a right hand to the body, coming down to the stomach region, and now that straight left hand. So she's working overtime here at the moment. Mako trying to break through Rangi. Rangi's trying to hang on.
Rangi's doing some good short moves every now and then. She slips fairly well. She counters, reasonable counter puncher.
Yep.
At the moment, she's just being outworked and outpunched.
She's been given a tough job here.
She has.
Even though that the weight differential may be Rangi's way, but Mako looks the stronger.
She's a very strong girl.
She's come through a very tough regime with Amanda the Cannon Buchanan down to the underworld over a number of the last 3 years. And they put them through a strenuous physical campaign down there, Barry.
Sorry, Steve, I missed that.
That strenuous campaign down at the underworld gym, they put them through down there. That's the territory of Sam Solomon and Sam Greco when they're in town.
Yep.
The underworld gym.
One of the very best gyms in Melbourne, and Amanda Buchanan very well equipped to be training someone like this. And does a great job, Amanda Buchanan. But, as I said, for a boxing career, probably a good move to get over to Murray Thompson's gym, where she's going to get excellent boxing sparring.
No doubt about that. Well, Murray Thompson has done a great job in his gym, because not only has he got Raine Mako, of course, on the major card here tonight, Julian Holland, and he's managed to get him down to Melbourne, and last year he was within a hair's breadth of getting Anthony Mundine down here for a lengthy period of time, Barry.
Is that right,
hoping to get Anthony, of course, commentated with us back in August down here for that heavyweight title fight between Grimmer and Carly Meehan. And the boys at Fighters Factory worked overtime to get Anthony Mundine down here to fight as well. And I'm sure he'd always be welcome at Fighters Factory if he was available.
Well, for my money, Anthony Mundine's solid gold. I tell you, the first time I saw him, I said, back this bloke every time he fights. He's world class, and he's going to go a long, long way.
He's watched all the Muhammad Ali movies, Barry. There's no doubt he's got some of the
self-promotion. He's got the self-promotion as well. But he can fight.
Oh, Mako starts hard with the right hand.
She's got Rangi Hurd. That was a beautiful right hand.
The right hand just following was enormous that missed, and she's going to have a dust up here, Mako. She's decided to get into a stoush. With Rangi in the left hand, has hit Rangi on the jaw. Mako's decided to turn into a street brawl here, Barry.
Yeah, just the way Raine Mako likes it, I tell you. She's all over Pongo Rangi from New Zealand.
And she's just decided to up the tempo by about 20% and turn this into the proverbial street brawl.
She's on the hunt, Raine Mako. She wants to finish this fight in the third round.
Beautiful stuff it is to watch too, because the fuselage of punches were just superb. She just came out blazing, Mako, and caught Rangi, I think, off foot. Somewhat.
Credit to Pongo Rangi, because she's still in there. She took a big shot then, and she seems to have recovered fairly well.
She's rock solid, Rangi, in terms of sustainability. Oh, Mako coming over the top seemed to lose balance there, but managed to regain a foothold there. In the ring, Rangi's in trouble again. There's a lot of grappling going on and pushing and shoving, but Boland moves in, Jim Boland, to set them apart.
A very physical fighter, Raine Mako.
Oh, yes.
Likes to, use her strength in there, throw her opponents around.
Big advantage for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Rangi trying to make something of the situation by... good
on a very courageous girl. She's been outgunned.
And again, Mako, after getting a breath back and then is throwing some heavy body punches, but Boland breaks them up.
Raine Mako, as I said, as she progresses, she'll relax a bit more. And she just winds her punches up just that little bit much. But she's got power, she's got speed, and Well, certainly on her way.
Yeah, no doubt about that at this point in time. She's, at the moment, I've got her 3 points up. I tend to think that that's where she'd be, so with the halfway mark. And unless Rangi can... you really look at the situation, there's not a great deal she can do unless Mako runs out of puff, because Mako's going to be coming at her the whole time. If she comes out hard and fast at the start of every round, she's going to have the judges' attention, of course, straight away, where she starts that street brawling style of hers that she's got, and that's going to rack up the points before Rangi gets a chance.
Referee Jimmy Bowen waiting to have a talk to Pongo Rangi here. I don't know what that's about.
A good look at her.
Yeah, he had a good look at her. Might have thought she was in a bit of trouble, but I don't think she's really hurt.
We haven't seen any problems with her sustainability at this point in time. She's stood her ground. She's copped a little bit, but you wouldn't say she's been rattled yet, Barry.
No, she hasn't been rattled. Not at all. Raine Mako on the attack as usual.
Yeah, chasing Rangi across the ring here to the front of the commentary area.
Dominating
the right hand again that missed. Rangi avoided it. And then the straight left was a good punch coming over the top with the right hand. It's a good combination for Mako. Adjusted at top there, which seems to be giving her a little bit of difficulty at the moment. And Mako stumbles, flying in. Rangi moved out of the way, and Mako was trying to pinpoint her on the ropes, but Rangi was quick enough to get away. Mako just a slip, and she regained her feet and ready to go. And caught Rangi with the left hook, I think it was.
What the left hook?
To the jaw, and that sent Rangi back. Just constantly at you, Mako. She just won't go away.
Right hand.
And Mako now stalks Rangi again, misses with the left across the top of the head, did not strike. Oh, a flash of gloves.
Pano Rangi not looking too happy in there at the moment to me.
No, she's not.
I think her wind's giving away. She's running out of gas, I think. And plus she's been, caught in a fusillade of punches.
Oh, has she ever? And that constant straight left and the hook from Mako is doing damage. She's on the defensive again, Rangi, as Mako chases her across the ring. Mako wants to get it on again.
He wants to finish her.
And the end of the round. Another Mako round, so she's on top here. And here we come for round 6, the final round in this fight. And so far we'd say that Raine Mako is probably in front each round.
He's won every round, definitely won every round. Pano Rangi's put up a good effort, but really has been outgunned, outstrength, and it's a credit to herself that she's still there, to be honest. One more round to go.
Barry, as you're talking there, Jim Boland's moved in to have discussions. Let's see if we can pick some of that up for there. If we can, I don't think we can, but not too sure what the discussion was. But
I would imagine Jimmy Bowen, the referee, be telling her that the last round coming up, she's done well to be here, because Raine Mako certainly put a lot of pressure on her.
Oh, has she ever? She's been overwhelming at times, but hasn't quite finished off. Rangi's been able to withstand the pressure. But Mako so far dominating the bout, and again, she's coming in hard. She stomps that left foot down when she throws that straight left to Barry, and just balances herself beautifully, doesn't she?
Lovely jab.
Put a bit of extra power behind the punch by getting that leg down hard and straight through with the shoulder. And whipping right cross there from her as well. She puts the body in the shoulder behind it.
She does, but I tell you, she just needs to relax a bit with it. She tries to load them up too much. When it comes more natural, she'll have better effect, but she's very good now. And look at that, that's good work.
Oh, great work from her. She's just like a golf swing, isn't it? She's just not relaxing into the swing.
Yeah, no.
More trying to pulverise the ball down the middle of the fairway.
She's got a killer instinct, for sure.
Has she ever? And really now it's a matter of survival, I'd say, more than anything else for Rangi. I think she will survive.
Yeah, she's pretty tough.
Mako has managed to just about win every round here. Well, there's no doubt in our minds that she has, and I think most of the judges will agree with that. She's been on top all the way through here. It's been a big task for Rangi. Here she comes again, Mako. She's trying to explode here. I think she's ready to explode.
Raine Mako's still looking for a knockout. She knows she's a mile in front of points, but she's still looking for a knockout.
Oh, that wicked right hand. Oh, boy, if that strikes, that's the end of the ball game.
Pano Rangi keeping her head down well, tucking up, knowing that she has to do that to avoid the bombs of Raine Mako.
And wicked right cross. She's tried two of them this round. It's a wicked punch, that. And it works pretty well for her. If it lands, it's the end of the ball game. Right again, and there goes the bell. She's disappointed she gets knocked down, but she had a good point victory here, Raine Mako.
Clear victory for Raine Mako.
What a great effort from this superb women's boxer here in Victoria. Raine Mako now fighting for the Fighters Factory in Blackburn.
The championship bout. I knew it could be a draw, but it was a decision that Mr. Manson will present. The championship South Pacific Junior Middleweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, have a big round of applause for two ladies with lots of skill and class. Never mind the American fighters, like Fraser, Ali and Chrissy Martin. The skill is in this centering of orthodox. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards and we have unanimity. Our three judges see almost eye to eye. Judge Gus Acuria gave it 53 to 60. Judge David Windmill, 54 to 60. Replicated by Judge John McCubbin, 54 to 60. Your winner and the new South Pacific Women's Junior Middleweight Champion comes from the blue corner, Raine Mako. We'll talk to Raine. How about a big round of applause for Pano Rangi from Rotorua in New Zealand with Intermission. A very skilled young lady making her professional boxing debut this evening. with manager James Santos. Raine away, come across. How about 3 cheers for our new South Pacific Women's Junior Middleweight Champion? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Here we go. Raine, it's been an enormous week on the hustings. A big day yesterday, 24 hours with 60 minutes, and tonight we had to settle up here in Ceremonies. That was a lovely boxing match. You boxed along and just took your time. Congratulations.
Thanks, Howard. I wish I didn't overload on so many punches. I feel that if I didn't do that, it would have been better. But just like to thank James, my manager. Murray is amazing. Biggest trainer in the world. Finest factory, all my brothers, and everyone's support. Deborah, Alicia, Christian, Steve Stenberg, Amanda Buchanan, and just everyone. Thank you very much for the support you've given me. I hope we go far. Thank you.
Don't go away, Raine. A great story in Bob Hart's column in the Melbourne Herald Sun said that you've got a cat. I got the impression that Bob Hart doesn't know who Oscar De La Hoya is, but tell us about your cat, Oscar.
He's so cute, Howard. He's little and ginger. Oscar De La Hoya, awesome. I just had to name my cat after that.
Okay, Red of Mako, South Pacific Women's Champion. The Psycho Kid. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Fighters Factory Northern Invasion. This is our semi-main event. 6 rounds of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior light welterweight division, junior welterweight or light welterweight, whatever you like. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of action back. These guys are ready to rumble. Would you welcome in the red corner on my left, from Knox, he was the Amateur Boxing League 1996 champion. 22 amateur fights, 18 wins. Made a big pro debut last October. Peter Manera's artist show at Geelong, scaling 59.25 kilograms with Pat and Jim Sutter in the corner. And also we welcome back Mr. Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back to the original name, the Psycho Kid, Shane Gully. And across the ring, with a crowd support of 4,000 people here tonight, he comes from the upper reaches of the east of the Yarra Valley, Holland, scaling 63.65 kilograms. unbeaten, 1 win, 1 draw. Fighters Factory's hot prospect. Last year he was voted North Costa Memorial Trophy winner. Ladies and gentlemen, white trunks with black trim, dubbed by Stephen Peak as Mr. Clean, Adam Clean. Your referee after this Warrior War, John McCullough.
Right, I'll give you the instructions in the dressing room. How will I expect that when you start playing around, you lose a point straight away. When I say break, I mean break, and I'm not fooling, right? So when I say break, you break. Open stand. Right, get it on, boys.
Well, this was going to be some fight, Barry, because the psychological warfare that just took place when these boys entered the ring had to be seen to be believed. In fact, there was a collision between the two boys in the ring when they were doing their warm-ups there, and Adam Killen is most unhappy. He's not distressed, but he's most unhappy with Shane Kelly's performance. I think he believed it showed a lack of respect for him, I think, at the start, but they call this bloke the Psycho Kid. Shane Kelly, you're a big fan of his with his boxing skills.
Well, Shane Kelly is a very, very evasive boxer. Southpaw, that makes him a left-hander with the right foot forward and leads with the right jab. Very evasive, very classy boxer, top amateur. Adam Killen, as you can see, is a warrior. He comes to fight with both hands, and this is going to be a ripper. It'll be a humdinger.
Going to be Ken Killen cut the corners off. Kelly boxed in. That's going to be the thing, isn't it?
We've got a boxer against a fighter here. Adam Killen just trying the right hand when Shane Kelly led with his right jab, which is a classic punch to fight a southpaw. Costa-Zoo is probably the best I've ever seen it fighting a southpaw, and Adam Killen trying to do the same thing. Cut the ring. You've got to cut the ring, move to their left, and throw the right hand straight down the middle.
Yes, you're right there. Kelly's so fast too, and Killen's going to have his work cut out trying to cut those corners off. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
But it should be a fascinating contest. And Adam Killen has had his share of successes so far. He's undefeated. And Kelly also, I think, is in the same position. So what a matchup. And there's no doubt Murray Thompson with his matchmaking as well. He's done a fantastic job here tonight with this bout.
Oh, they always, Murray and the boys always seem to match the fights very well. They're always, evenly matched, top quality opposition. But, this fight, Shane Kelly, I've seen Shane fight a few times, saw him fight as an amateur. Very classy boxer from the southpaw stance, which makes it probably doubly hard for the average orthodox boxer to handle him if he's not used to handling a southpaw. Just one of those guys that's hard to nail.
Oh, very hard. He's coming in this fight 2.5 kilograms less than Adam Killen, body-wise. Killen obviously looks stronger in the torso.
At the moment, Shane Kelly, having the better of the first round with evasive tactics and countering well.
Got caught by Killen there when he was moving sideways, but Kelly coming back.
Fired back well.
And all working away at the lower regions. In the stomach region there, Kelly upstairs again with the right hand, then swings around with the right towards the head region and some point-gathering punches, and then Big John McCubbin splits them up. Killen trying to cut him off so he can land some pretty heavy shots if he can with that extra strength advantage.
Yeah, it's going to take a few rounds to try and slow up Shane Kelly, I think.
Yes.
If I was in Adam Killen's corner, I'd be saying to him, try and keep the pressure on like he's doing, but maybe just concentrate on the right drive to the solar plexus before he's trying to land, punches to the head at the moment. Kelly's a very hard target to hit. Very hard. Try and, possibly get him to slow down a bit with some body punches and rough him up in close.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. A bit of rough-house tactics wouldn't go astray, just to try and sap some of Kelly's energy because a remarkably quick man around the ring, and of course with that extra advantage, weightness advantage, or whatever, it's always going to be. It's going to be quick and fast and hard. Kelly showed good sportsmanship there. They touched gloves at the end of that round. So no hard feelings between the boys at the moment.
No, Shane's he's only had a couple of pro fights, but he's a professional. He's been a top amateur. He knows his way around the ring. He knows that all the stuff beforehand is hype and all that. Look, believe me, I used to love the psychological warfare, and I used to believe that if I won the psychological warfare, it was a great bonus.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But you've got to try everything you can, and it's within the rules. And he looks like he's a bit of a master at it already. And So Jimmy Slater rubbing some Vaseline on the eyes of Shane Kelly as the mouth guard goes back in.
Yeah, ably assisted by Patrick McElhenney in the corner, Jimmy Slater and Nick Manturas with Ronnie Russell.
Very experienced corner, Barry.
Very experienced corner. Jimmy Slater, very, very decorated, quadruple Australian amateur champion, boxed overseas, fought some of the great Australian fighters.
Yeah, well, they're certainly pouring the manpower into Kelly's future here with this bout and helping him out there. Killen now working away at the rib cage. In fact, Kelly a bit red on the back now from Killen's punches.
Or the ropes.
Oh, yes. And Killen tried to come down on top of Kelly then with the right hand, and then the uppercut was nice. The boys are close, Barry.
Adam Killen's having trouble, landing the headshots at the moment because he's just too swift at the moment. Shane Kelly.
He's got a lot of energy there, Killen, in trying to slap away at Kelly's rib cage.
Picture of determination, though, Adam Killen.
Oh, is he ever? Oh.
Nice left hand there.
Business. And he's trying to work away again. They're hanging on. Kelly's hanging on to Killen's left glove and arm. And now Kelly again poking at that straight right hand. That right style, the right hand style. Killen comes in hard but misses.
Well evaded.
That was beautifully evaded by Kelly. And again, Kelly swinging wildly there and moving. He's
that was nice.
Jackrabbit, he is, Shane Kelly. And Killen catches him. Now they're going to grapple. When they do get close, Kelly sensibly ties up Killen, Barry.
He does. It's not his go to be working up close there. He likes this stuff, moving.
That's right.
Slippery like an eel.
It's about as slippery as they get, I'd say, this boy.
Doing some nice stuff.
Like a snake in an oily barrel, a barrel of oil he would be. Very slippery. Boys taking up again. McCubbin moves in. Big John moves in and says, that's it. Split up, boys. And Killen tried to come down hard on Kelly. He did bend down. You have to be careful there.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble connecting cleanly, Adam Killen, at the moment, with Shane Kelly's bobbing and weaving head.
You'll have to be careful, Kelly, when he bends over in front of Killen. If Killen comes down hard on top of that scone, Barry, wouldn't he?
What, with the head clash, you mean, or with a...
With the glove, because Kelly, a couple of times, has bent down in front of Killen when he's avoided a punch. And Killen's trying to come over the top.
I'm sure Adam will do whatever damage he possibly can. Certainly putting the pressure on. It's the right fight. Yeah. Right fight to fight against the southpaw.
And then Kelly got out of that all right and managed to get a few punches in as well around the head region of Killen. Adam just he tried the big punch to the stomach region there with the right hand in Adam, but I think it may have just scathed him. Really wasn't all that hard. It's going to come down to a stamina contest a bit, Barry, isn't it? If Kelly can keep that pace up all night moving away, if he slows up a bit and Killen can start to measure him.
Well, that's what that's his hope, Adam Killen. At the moment, Shane Kelly's reflex is just that bit too quick. Another round of Shane Kelly.
While he moves like that and can avoid a lot of punches, it's going to be very hard for Killen to build up points, isn't it?
Sure is.
Currently, all black put at this stage in pencil. The next big Barry Thompson fighters.
You'd say Shane Kelly at the moment, by the looks of it, Barry, he's got the upper hand so far.
Yep, well, he's 2 rounds up after 2 rounds, which is a pretty good start.
It's a great start.
It's only a 6th rounder, so if he gets another round under his belt, he's looking good.
It's an augur well for Adam Killen if he keeps going the way he does. Killen's got to hope that Kelly's gas starts to run out at some stage in the next round or 2.
Yeah, well, what's he trying to do there, Jimmy?
Kelly seems to be moving away from Jimmy Slater, who's got Vaseline. Yes, you think there's... Well, it's just Vaseline. How much he's stinging Kelly, I don't know. Doesn't seem to have any impediment there in the face.
No, he's hardly been touched so far.
No.
But, he hasn't hurt Adam Killen, which, that's understandable. He's a pretty tough boy, Adam Killen.
Oh, he's hard and tough, Adam. He
physically strong, superbly conditioned.
The boys watching and waiting here. Kelly bounces around. The Killen comes in over the top with the left hand and tries to pin Kelly on the ropes. Kelly swings with the left and just grazes the gloves. And Killen comes in hard. Oh, Oh, I think that could have been slightly below the belt or in the stomach.
I don't know. Good right drive to the body there from Adam Killen. That's the sort of shot he needs. That's what he needs to slow Shane Kelly down with.
He's got to hit him with half a dozen of those, I think, to slow up Shane Kelly because just take the wind out of his sails a bit. That's what he needs to do. He knows that, Adam Killen. And Kelly caught him on the side of the cheekbone.
Good body shot from Kelly.
Hand. And the body shot as well. Killen trying to slow him up when they get the clinches. Killen keeps working away at the body. Barry, good tactics.
Yep, that's what he's got to do. You know, keep that work rate up to the body.
Keep slapping away at the rib
Come over the top with the right drive to the head and the left hook. But easier said than done against a very, very top exponent of this sort of style like Shane Kelly.
Yes. There's Kelly again who will drive to the body there with the left hand.
Nice work.
It was a good punch, but doesn't slow up Killen. He's still moving forward. He's trying to pin Kelly. Chases Kelly across the ring again. Kelly throws the left, very quick, fast and smooth Kelly. Now grapples with the lead, and John McCubbin tells Kelly not to grapple. Kelly again with the right hand coming in, the left coming in real hard there towards the body of Killen. Didn't cause any damage.
He holds his right hand very low, very confident fighter, isn't he?
He is, very confident in his abilities at this point in time, Kelly. Well, he's
nice left hand from Shane Kelly.
Get the feeling Kelly could go like this for 6 rounds, really.
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
He's motorised at the moment. I think he's got plenty of gas in the tank. Going to take a lot to slow him up.
We must be getting towards the end of this round, I would think.
And Adam Killen having a lot of trouble to measure and hit Shane Kelly at this stage of the fight. Hanging on to Kelly's glove is Killen at this point in time, hanging on to that right glove to try and assist with getting in some body shots with the right hand, but John McCubbin broke them up. And that was a very nice punch.
That was a good move by Adam Killen. That's the one he needs to land against the southpaw, but he's having a lot of difficulty trying to land that shot.
That right hand, isn't it? That he's trying to plaster Kelly with at this point. Trying to measure him again. He just wants to pinpoint him so he can get that punch in.
Easier said than done, though.
Oh, is it ever? I mean, Kelly is as fast as a jackrabbit. And very, very slippery. And that's the end of round 3. And Kelly is still
another clear round.
But he has the measure at this point in time of Adam Killen. It's going to be very difficult for Adam to try and box this bloke in. Very difficult task because Shane Kelly is enormously fit. Could be a marathon run, this boy, you would tend to think. And he's doing a fantastic job at this point. Jimmy started working overtime again with the instructions and in a very experienced corner, which includes Nick Lamturis, the well-known light heavyweight dash cruiserweight boxer. Murray Thompson providing instructions in the blue corner to Adam Killen, and Killen looking fairly relaxed at this point of the fight. He's not breathing too hard. Certainly hasn't had to do or hasn't done the running that Kelly's done so far. Okay, round 4. This absorbing bout here between Adam Killen in the blue corner and the white trunks, black pipings, and Kelly in the all black as Kelly...
That was the low punch, it was low.
Was told Adam Killen hasn't suffered from it. He hasn't asked for time out. And the boys measure up. Killen again trying to stalk Kelly into a corner or into the ropes to try and land that right hand.
Yeah, a very frustrating guy to fight, Shane Kelly.
Oh, is he ever?
What an uppercut that was. Missed. But very flashy.
A fox with the left hand and then a huge right hand uppercut. Big arc on that punch.
Was there ever?
Very big arc on it. And now Kelly again foxing with the right when he throws the left. Trying to see if Adam Killen will fall into the trap. Oh, the knee got raised by Kelly in skipping away there, just tripping over Killen's feet coming through. But now he's back on his toes, Kelly. So keeps his gloves very low as he everything.
Look at that, Shane Kelly. Just
showboats in front of Killen.
Showboat bad. He got caught a little bit there. Very cool though.
Bordering on a bit of showboating from Kelly there, Barry, when he just puts the gloves down like that with the jaw sticking out. Killen knows he's quick though. It's not that easy. I think that The punch he does throw is going to hit that jaw. And Kelly, the right hand flicking out again, and then a loopy right hand from Kelly, and then the quick left to the trying to find a spot in the body of Kelly.
What incredible movement from Kelly, very impressive. And impressive by Adam Killen, because he's certainly putting the pressure on, throwing lots of shots, you know, punching in bunches, but he's hitting thin air all the time.
Just can't seem to hit the mark, and if he doesn't hit the mark, he can't slow Kelly up. So Kelly maintains his equilibrium and his pace that he's shown so far in the fight.
No, he certainly uses the ring well, Shane Kelly.
Oh, does he ever? Adam Killen just can't pinpoint the boy at this point in time. But Kelly ducked down, turned his back slightly on Killen. They're trying to get away, and John McCubbin breaks him up. Very quick, fast bout this. Killen probably getting a little bit frustrated at this point in time.
Oh, you would. You know, very hard to fight these sort of guys, especially a southpaw that moves so well. Oh. It's hard enough with an orthodox boxer that moves like this, but a southpaw as well, just doubly hard to nail him.
You just can't nail him with that right hand,
no.
Adam Killen. And that's his big punch he's trying to hit him with, and not much he could do to change his style, is there, at this point of the fight? Is there anything Adam Killen could do?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, I'd just get him concentrating on the body in the hope that he's going to slow Shane Kelly down, really work the midsection. But, you know, I was a body puncher, and I mean, Adam Killen can be a body puncher too, because he's got that sort of physique. He's head-hunting too much.
Yeah.
But another
frustration, isn't it?
It's frustration, but another round of Shane Kelly.
Yep. Doing a great job, Shane Kelly, at this point of the fight.
Julian Holland, number 10 against.
Doing a fantastic job. Shane Kelly, very experienced corner, as we said to him. He's starting giving instructions. And no evidence to suggest that Shane Kelly's going to slow up one iota in this bout.
No, he's not slowing up, mate. He's a very well-conditioned boy.
He's in superb condition. I just mentioned before, Barry, that seems to have the stamina of a marathon run at this point.
What was it Long John McCubbin, the referee, said there?
I missed that comment, Barry, from what they made some comment.
Might have been the low punch. Very relaxed, Shane Kelly. Just turned around and said hello.
Yep, Shane Company didn't say that yet. He saw him do that to Barry. He was very relaxed about things. John McCubbin hurrying up his corner, though, to get their equipment out. There's Killen now trying to up the tempo a bit his way. Oh, missed again. Killen trying to move in with the right hand, and Kelly was away before he'd virtually thrown the punch. That's how fast Kelly is.
Oh, he's quick, mate, isn't he? He really is.
Very fast.
Oh, that was a ripper right hand from Killen, though.
It hasn't slowed Kelly up, though. He's got away. He wasn't able to follow up then, Adam Killen, because of Kelly's ability to avoid any further difficulty. And Shane Kelly takes a trip to the canvas on his own accord, or did he trip over the feet of Killen? I don't know, but
yeah, just lost balance there. I think a bit tangled up.
No problems with that. McCubbin allows him to get back up, and they get on with the job here. Another uppercut tried by Kelly, but seemed to be a bit half-hearted, I suppose, there. And now the boys grapple again.
Doesn't he use that ring well, though? He just moves so well.
Moving beautifully around the ring, and uses all of it to his advantage, and no evidence at all that he's going to slow up here, which is making Adam Killen's job so much harder. Now working on the body, Kelly throws the right hand, keeps Kelly at bay, keeps Killen at bay. Adam Killen is getting frustrated with the style and boxing of Shane Kelly.
He sure is.
And Kelly again pokes out the right hand. Killen tries to back him into the neutral corner, but no effect. Kelly has the strength to actually push him out there, back into the centre of the ring.
5th of 6 rounds, and Shane Kelly clearly ahead on points. Adam Killen, you know, fighting like a terrier, but just can't get hold of the meat.
It's a great way of putting it.
Have a look at that, where you're very confident.
Very slick and smooth is Shane Kelly. And Killen just can't find the target here, because the target moves so well.
Hands by his side, Steve, and he's still landing the jabs and stuff.
That's incredible boxing. Incredible stuff from this young fighter coming through the ranks, the professional ranks of the amateur division.
Have a look at this. He's got his hands by his side. He's almost treating Killen with disdain at this stage.
Well, that was, we mentioned that earlier on, that he seemed to be showboating.
Oh, good body shot that was.
And tough job for a tough guy, an honest, tough man like Adam Killen to be this frustrated with Shane Kelly.
Very frustrated.
But that he hasn't accepted your advice, Barry, Adam Killen, in working down below. He's still working at the head, and the head's the one that moves around so much, and it's the smaller target.
Yep, he's not going to run. Well, he's got one round to go, and he's not going to get there. Unless, I mean, you never know, something dramatic could happen. I probably shouldn't say that.
Throw him up in the body.
And that's another round.
That would have been the way to go, but it's probably too late in the piece now for Adam Killen. He's going to need a knockout.
I'd say so.
You just couldn't see it happening at the moment. No way. At this point of the fight. But anything can happen in boxing. You can't see it happening here, though, because Kelly is so quick and fast. He's seeing everything that Killen comes up with, Barry, doesn't he?
He is.
It's virtually as if Killen's telegraphing it.
Yep.
So that's about where we're at. We seem to see Shane Kelly as having a, at this point in time, has had a full scope of the points. He doesn't like that ice pack.
No, they put it over your face. I used to hate that as well. They put something in front of your face when you're trying to get your breath. It's really, really disturbing.
Yep. And that's the Vacharin going on as well there in the Kelly corner, but he doesn't seem to need any treatment at all, really. His manager's happy, his trainer's happy, sorry, Jimmy Slater told him to get on with it and finish off the fight just like...
Good fight for the crowd, this, you know, real contrast in styles, you know, the real epitome of the boxer versus the fighter. Terrific punches there from Shane Kelly. Adam Killen just grins, he's a tough lad.
There's nothing Kelly's got in his punching power situation is going to give Killen, put him in difficulty, but Killen, he can't pinpoint the boy. And Kelly just keeps moving.
No, incredible anticipation, Shane Kelly. Kelly sees punches really well.
A little bit of ballroom dancing there for the crowd too, Barry. I noticed from our two fighters here in the ring, but Big John McCubbin moved in. Adam Killen trying to now jab with the left hand. He's trying to get that big right hand moving and still aiming at the head. He won't work downstairs, and that's what...
No, he hasn't gone for the body anywhere near enough, I wouldn't think, Adam Killen. It's too late now, too little too late. That was a good try to... Oh, he popped it. Oh, he was hurt.
He's hurt, Adam Killen. He's bleeding from the nose, Adam Killen.
He was hurt with a body shot. Hurt with a beautiful left rip from Shane Kelly there.
And Shane Kelly starting to measure Adam Killen somewhat here. In fact, I think there's a bit of blood there in the nostril. Is it the shadows? Not sure, but... whatever, he's got another shot to the head with the left hand from Kelly. Kelly well on top here at the moment, Barry.
Yep. Now finishing the fight well.
And dancing very around. Relaxed. The gloves are very low. He's a very confident, egotistical fighter, wouldn't you?
After 5 rounds of hardly being touched, really. I mean, he knows exactly where he's going. Hey, he's good with those body shots. I'm telling you, that left rip to the body.
That was a beautiful punch to
that left rip to the body is a beauty. That's hurt Killen a couple of times this round.
Right into the middle of the belly, that one.
Yep, right just below the solar plexus, that was.
That's right. And Adam Killen would have felt that for sure.
Yeah, he did.
Some of the pain that may have worked its way up to the solar plexus.
I reckon it would have for sure.
Adam Killen finally decides to go downstairs, but not to much avail.
Yeah, Adam Killen still walking up.
Bit of blood there in the nostrils there at Killen, I think, or on the right nostril.
Yeah, well, he's worn quite a few.
And Jimmy Slater telling Shane Kelly to drive through the middle of Adam Killen. He wants him to punch towards the body. And a very excited trainer over there in Jimmy Slater telling his boy to drive through the middle of Adam Killen.
Oh, Jimmy was a great fighter himself, and I think he realised he's got a top prospect in Shane Kelly.
Oh, has he ever?
This guy's, going to be a good professional. Going to take a very good fighter to beat him.
Perhaps one for Karim Nasher to think about before he leaves for England. Maybe it'd be interesting to see.
Let Shane get a few fights under his belt. Tough cookie, Karim Nasher.
Yes, ever. Okay. And there it is, that's the end of it. And Shane Kelly showing excellent sportsmanship, gives Adam Killen a big hug.
And Shane Kelly.
Great to see the boys in that fight, in that style. But a one-sided situation here, and no doubt Murray Thompson, Adam Killen will have to go back to the drawing board. They come across an opponent like St Kelly again, Barry. They'll have to change the tactics somewhat.
To be honest with you, like when I noticed the fight was scheduled, Murray trains Adam Killen. I thought, well, that's, you've got to give Murray credit. He doesn't pick easy, soft touches.
No, he doesn't do that, which is fantastic about his matchmaking abilities, because he makes sure his boys go through the ringer a bit.
For sure.
And makes them try variable fighters, like St Kelly, and therefore he's not putting his boys in cotton wool from that point of view, is he?
No, that's right. He doesn't. He certainly, gives them tough matches and regular matches, which is good.
That's fantastic to see. And Adam Killen, he'll bounce back. He's a man that's got. He works hard in the gym, works hard everywhere. He's strong and tough, and he'll bounce back from that. He'll learn from that, and perhaps tactics might change a little bit next time.
We'll see. Shane Kelly's had a big amateur career too. He's been a top amateur. He's had considerably more experience than Adam Killen in that respect.
He's on the way up, and it'd be good to see. Be interesting to keep an eye on Shane Kelly as he comes through the ranks.
Okay, John, which is number 7 ring. We'll both here again with a great supporter base. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Peter Lewis. Dentistry shall go. Dental technology, sounds good, Peter. That's the Peter Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges were all in agreement, unanimous. Gus Mercurio, 55-60. David Wignall, 54-60. Anika Williams, 54-60, all for the winner, the Psycho Kid, Shane Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, issuing a challenge to Julian. Holland is the IBF Super Featherweight Champion, Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, the Master Blaster, Lester Ellis. Give Lester a warm welcome to centering as he goes to both corners. To wish both fighters good luck. Lester Ellis, Julian Holland, can it come off? Singdam, Vacharin. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please upstanding for the national anthem of Thailand, to be followed by the national anthem of Australia. Judges, the main event, Gus Mercurio, David Winkle, Ms. Anita Williams. Your ringside medical chief, Dr. John Jury, Bernard Balmer, and members of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board. Welcome to Fighters Factory, Murray Thompson's 9th Crackerjack Boxing Show at Fort Knox, Ferntree Gully, in the heartland of Victoria, Melbourne's eastern region. The official weigh-in last night at Taverners Royal Hotel, Upper Ferntree Gully. Howard Lee, on behalf of Murray Thompson, we thank all our great corporate sponsors. Thank you, Peter Hunt, for all your great work here tonight. Northern Invasion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event on the site where legends are made. Fort Knox, where Dave Russell and Craig Trotter claimed the championship as the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble with our main event. 10 rounds of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome on my left, originally from northeast Thailand, now based in Bangkok, with Mr. Panya in the corner, Sawadi. Ladies and gentlemen, he turned 21 last Tuesday. He's had 12 amateur fights in kickboxing, 150 Muay Thai fights in Korea, Japan, and the previous Soviet Republic of Soviet States. In professional boxing, ladies and gentlemen, 13 fights, 9 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 7 KOs, scaling 66.20 kilograms. A warm Aussie welcome, Sawadi Singdam Vacharin, wearing blue, red, white, and gold. And across the ring in the blue corner, born in Mexico, now living in Blackburn, in Melbourne's east, 26 pro fights, 23 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. Australian welterweight champion, Australasian welterweight champion, former Queensland welterweight champion, and ex-OBA champion for the United States of America. Tonight he came in trim, short and terrific, well under the welterweight limit, 65.95. Now with Murray Thompson at the Fighters Factory. He's a shoe-in, the budding barrier, Julian Holland. 1 black rank, gold and silver, 10 rounds of boxing.
Okay, Tangi and Murray, taking those boys in the dressing room and they'll make a weekly fight. In case of a knockdown, the uniform here. Tangi and Murray, okay, set the hand down in the start of the last round. May the best man win.
Okay, Jim Boland has handed out the instructions to the two fighters. What a magnificent ending we've got coming up here for this superb Fighters Factory Promotions evening at the Knoxville Netball Centre on the 9th day of February 2001 here. And the boys are ready to go. Singdam, Vacharin from Thailand, who has 9 wins from 13 bouts and draw up against Julian Holland, who's the welterweight champion of Australia in fantastic physical condition. Ready to take on all comers here. He's working his way up hopefully to a Commonwealth shot and more than likely then try and get into the world rankings, because he is his record speaks for itself of 22 wins and a draw from 25 fights and what would appear to be 2 controversial losses. So a bit of luck going Julian Holland's way. Probably should be undefeated judging by his record.
Steve, I've always been a great rep for Julian Holland. I actually first met Julian when he was about 16 on the Gold Coast about 12 years ago, not long after I'd retired. I actually boxed with him quite a bit then, and showed him a few things, but realised he had a big career. And we've been great mates ever since. And as you said, like Julian Holland, I think he's world class. He just needs a few, a few regular fights, a few breaks, a bit of a following in Melbourne. I see Lester Ellis challenge him there. That would be a great fight, Julian Holland and Lester Ellis for the Australian welterweight title.
That'd be fantastic.
First, Julian's got to get over this hurdle of this tough-looking Thai he's got in front of him. He looks in excellent condition, the Thai fighter.
Yeah, he is. He's produced beautifully and has an enormous record in kickboxing as well, this fellow, Muay Thai boxing.
Well, 100 fights, mate. That's
150, isn't it, I think? About 150 bouts, I think.
That's incredible.
He's got a welter of experience, this fellow from Thailand, and you just never know what some of these boys are capable of when they come over.
Yeah, the Thais are generally very, very durable, very tough, and can bang.
Oh, can they ever? And normally got pretty strong jaws, the Thai boys.
Yep.
And that, and good sportsmanship there. Singdam just nodded at Julian Holland when he just struck him on the jaw there. That was a low punch from Julian, not too low, but
marginally,
sort of the elasticised part of the colourful, multi-coloured trunks of Singdam Vacharin.
Julian looking for that overhand right, which is the favourite pet punch of his. Wants to, work his jab, open him up first.
Oh, yes.
Starting to relax a little bit now, Julian.
Yeah, both boys sizing each other up pretty well here at the moment in this first round, knowing there's a big job ahead here tonight at Knoxville.
I tell you, the way Singdam cocks that right hand, Steve, I just get the feeling he might have some power in that right hand.
Yeah, could have some petrol in it, there's no doubt about that. He's just ready to be launched.
Yep.
And that he's just at the moment foxing probably a little bit with that left. Julian Holland comes in hard, and there's Singdam on the ropes there, and the boys get split up by Julian. Julian swung wildly there with a left.
Lunging left hook. Wants to jab his way in, and then throw the hook short like I know he can. I'll tell you this, the Thai Singdam, 100 odd kickboxing fights, and the professional fights he's had, he's never been stopped. Now that is pretty amazing.
That just shows this fellow, well, it sounds like he's got a granite jaw then by the sound of it. Certainly a tough man. He appreciates the crowd as well, and takes his position in the red corner.
Pretty nothing sort of round, probably marginally Julian's way, but really not a lot happening in the first round there. About
that, Julian did get that one good punch in, which was the one that caught Singdam on the jaw. So if you were going to give the round to him, that's the reason why you'd probably give it to him, Barry, wouldn't you?
Yep, marginally.
Be pretty close, just the same, nearly an even round, so I suppose it's arguable they could be square.
What a great round of boxing. Fighters Factory, Northern Invasion. Seconds out, round 2.
Singdam Vacharin is in the blue trunks with green, brown and gold pipings and blue and white multicoloured boots. And Julian Holland is boxing in the all black trunks with endorsed with advertising, of course, and silver borders and pipings.
Lovely jab there by Julian Holland. Jab to the head, jab to the body. Looking to open his opponent up. The tie still gives me the impression he's got some venom in that right hand. He's cocked that right hand.
Yeah.
Nice right hand from Julian Holland. Brings a smile to Singdam's face.
He's a very relaxed customer, Singdam Vacharin. I mean, he's been there, done that. Oh, big punch from Holland was probably the heaviest punch of the night so far with the right hand. Caught the cheekbone of Vacharin. Very composed fellow, the TIE fighter.
Yeah, he is. He's you can see the experience, a wealth of experience there.
Oh yeah, very strong in the body. And positions himself beautifully too. Holland comes in hard. Vacharin fends him off on the ropes. A very cool, calm and collected fellow, and knows what it's all about by the look of it. And it's over 150 Muay Thai fights too, Barry, actually.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, nice overhand right by Julian Holland.
Oh, and Vacharin comes in hard there,
yeah,
Barry.
He fired back well.
He fired back very well and tried to make up ground. And Jim Boland has a word, tells the boys to watch it with the head clashes. He doesn't want to see any unfortunate accidents. And some real science going on here amongst these two fellows at the moment. They're really measuring each other.
Yeah, it's interesting, Steve, because, you know, generally the Thais, like a lot of them are very aggressive fighters. This guy's a thinker.
Yes. Is he ever?
He's a boxer style. Like, you know, like probably one of the reasons he's never been KO'd in so many fights.
Yeah. Watches everything that his opponent's got to throw at him before he makes a move. And then, if you're right about that right hand, tries to strike like a cobra. Doesn't waste energy either, does he? He conserves himself well.
He does.
Knowing that we've got a 10-rounder on our hands here, 10 3-minute rounds.
Tell you what, he used that shoulder well too. He blocked that right hand from Julian very well. Just turned his shoulder into it.
Very experienced man. And his corner also, they're fairly quiet so far in the round.
Julian a little bit over anxious there with the right hand. He needs to get his distance a bit more.
Pokes out the left hand and tries to come in hard with a body shot with the right.
That left hook just missed the mark.
TIE fighter taking a close look at Holland's foot movements there as well. He's certainly trying to work Julian Holland out. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, it's another round, the way I see it, to Julian Holland. Not a great deal of action. The tie, you know, looks composed and looks in excellent condition, but at the moment he's just sort of biding his time by the look of it, Steve.
Yeah, he's certainly been doing a lot of concentration and doing a very good job of it at the moment. He's relaxed and composed and watching Holland's foot movements as well. He's just watching how he's positioning himself, and maybe he needs a couple of rounds to think about these things before he starts to spring into a bit more positive action.
Yeah, I mean, after 2 rounds, they've tipped a hell of a lot of water down his trunks, I tell you. You'd think he was exhausted already, you know, like trying to wake him up.
And that will be dripping soon, but...
you've got to remember, too, that these guys are used to fighting in absolutely extreme heat, and that this would be cold for him, it really would.
Yeah, so it might take that water down the trunks.
Might take him a few rounds to get going. I mean, he really looks the part, Singdam.
He certainly does. Looks very professional.
Not a bad jab.
A lot of concentration about the boy. He's still there. He's bouncing around a little bit more. I think you'll probably find with Singdam he may turn up the tempo here a bit. There he goes. Oh, the right hand came in, but only hit Holland on the back.
I tell you, he hit Julian with a good right hand there. Wish we had had that on slow-mo.
Yeah, on the slow-mo again. One of the punches from Singdam landed on the back of Holland. And as started to put himself on the map. He's got that right hand. I think that you're right, Barry, the point of view of that right hand. I think that's his major punch in his armoury. I think it's going to be that right hand.
A sneaky right hand, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he shook Julian a little bit there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Julian's composed. He's trying to make the fight. And again, Singdam bounces off the ropes after an exchange between the two boys. And at the tempo, just ever so quietly sneaking upwards now, I'd say.
As Julian's starting to pressure more.
Yeah, well, he knows he has to. He wants to see if he can put himself in between now and say about round 7. That's where they're the purple patch rounds where you want to try and dominate, Barry, I suppose, isn't they? They've had a good chance to have a look at each other.
They certainly have, but the Thai boy is a real thinker. He's trying to feint. You see he's feinting with his foot and shoulder, trying to draw Julian in, waiting for that right hand, which, nice, vicious right drive to the body.
That body punch.
Good punches back from Julian on.
And these boys, when they both of them can hit pretty hard, as we just saw, when they do go for it. And now the referee, Jim Boland, moves in, splits them up. And Julian comes in, wanted to throw a hard straight right, Barry, but he seemed to pull away from it the last minute. It was off balance.
Possibly realised he was out of distance the last second.
Singdam bouncing back on the shoes, and that right hand again, he moved forward. That's the one he likes. He hit him in the ear hole with it. They're in the neutral corner. They're going to have to break, and Jim Boland moves in again.
Julian sort of relentlessly walking up.
Yeah, trying to put pressure on. I can see the manoeuvres there, and now he's trying to work away hard. Singdam comes back with the right hand, but Julian wanted to try and work away at the body, which was good tactics.
Yeah, that was much better work.
And but that's what he needs to do, more of that now, to up the tempo, to try and put real pressure on this Thai boy. And over the top right hand missed. And they reposition.
Yeah, I tell you, he's going to be a tough boy to play down this Thai.
He's got a touch of class about him,
He's got a touch of class. He's very side on. He's a difficult target. And he's just extremely relaxed, Steve.
He's very relaxed, isn't he? And composed. The composure, the patience, and the desire is not there to rush. Certainly prepared to wait for his moment when he doesn't waste energy either. He doesn't do a lot of running around the ring. He doesn't waste unnecessary energy. Conserves himself. He knows he's got 10 3-minute rounds, and he's making Julian come at him too, I notice, which is probably how this boy may like to fight.
Yep.
Likes to see a fighter come on to him. Counter-puncher type of fellow, isn't he?
He is a counter-puncher. I actually thought that, being a Thai fighter, I just got this sort of stereotype of the Thai fighter coming out and having a war.
Oh,
yes. This guy's a bit smart, he's a smart boxer.
Well, most of the Filipino fighters we've seen for the last few years have been like that, where they've come out and started to try and bang the boys up early, but it hasn't worked for most of them. But this bloke is the complete opposite. He's pretty slippery too, without having to use up the energy.
He is slippery, yeah.
We saw young Shane Kelly, not that he was puffed by the end of his bout, but this bloke does. Oh, Julian Holland comes in hard. I think they might partially hit the glove of Vacharin, Barry.
He rode it well, he did. He brought a bit of a smile to his face. The spray flew off his head, but he wasn't hurt.
No, not hurt at all. Pretty rock solid. And not too concerned about proceedings at all, Vacharin, from that punch. And then he tries to throw a straight left into Holland and then a right hand slightly underneath, but not a great deal of damage done. Julian actually did well to block most of that effort from Vacharin just then.
Yeah, he does take a shot well, Julian. He's got a pretty tight defence as well.
And he's also waiting for his opportunity to...
I tell you, a tough guy to fight. The Thai...
Oh, very tough.
The Thai's not really... making a fight of it. He's content to stay back and wait.
Yeah, he is. He's going to see. He's going to wait to see it all unfold in front of him and wait for an opportunity to counter punch more than anything else.
Well, when
trying to find Holland to make an error. He's looking for an error for Holland.
Well, he's looking to counter with that right hand. But I mean, there's a saying in boxing: when you're out of town, you're out of town. You've got to take your own referee with you. And, I mean, he's lost 3 rounds here so far. And, you know, like, if he wants to win, he's either going to have to lift his work rate considerably, or just maybe he's banking on the KO.
Well, we do know that the Victorian judges here do like to see a fighter come on as opposed to a counter puncher who's not doing a lot of scoring. And that could go against him in the finish if he proceeds along this track for 10 rounds. I mean, he wouldn't want to go this way completely for the whole 10 rounds because he's going to be way behind, but you get the feeling that he may try and up the tempo, but he's just waiting for the right moment to do it.
I don't think he's got the kit of punches. He can bang, there's no doubt about that. He's a good boxer, but I don't think he's got the kit of punches that Julian's got.
No, that could be his downfall. If there's a chink in the armoury, that's probably where it's at. So far we haven't seen, well, we've seen him use the right hand a fraction, but haven't seen it at full bore yet.
That was a good right hand, yeah. He hung on there the time.
Yeah. Julian working, whoa! Holland's right hand was a ripper! And that must have had the boy, he must have felt that. That was an enormous right hand, that was the punch of the fight.
Yep.
And the Thai boy, luckily, well, the bell's gone, but he's not wobbly or anything, but he must have felt that was an enormous punch.
Yeah, he got hit with some good shots
there. That was a big-time right hand from Julian Holland, and it caught him flush, but gee whiz, the boy is not hurt from it. He seems to have handled it very well. So he can take a punch, can he ever?
For sure. No,
I mean, that was
see he's
hard.
in such top condition. And look, you know, when you've got a record like that and never been stopped, I mean, it's going to take something to stop him, it really is.
Oh, yeah. He's looking pretty good.
Fights in Ceremonies. That's where the real action is. In Ceremonies. Back to Ceremonies, guys. Seconds out. Round 5.
A bit of a disturbance in the crowd, but brought under control. As we get into round 5 here, and the major event happening right in front of us, I think everyone out there should be concentrating on what's happening here, because we're watching a marvellous bout between 2 technicians of boxing in Julian Holland of Australia and Singdam Vacharin of Thailand, who is putting up a pretty stout effort here tonight. Showed us that he's got enormous concentration powers, but we're waiting to see now. It's going to have to be his time where he's going to have to make a move on this fight, because Julian Holland's crept to a lead.
He certainly has. Like, Julian hasn't dropped the round yet. At this stage, he looks as though he's winning it quite easily.
Doing it quite well at the moment. So this Thai boy's got his work cut out. And he must, if he can, he must start the motor on. He's got to go over the tempo up about 20% now, and Holland beautifully with the left hand pushing away type punch. Caught the Thai boy on the right earlobe.
Yeah, the Thai boy used his shoulders well. You watch when he see that.
Yes, he does. He turns it round.
Whenever Julian attacks, he just turns side on, presents the shoulder. And I mean, you can't knock a bloke out unless you hit him in the right spot. Now, you get him on top of the head all night if you want to, and you won't knock him out.
No.
But if you got to get him on that chin, and this guy's chin, even though at the moment it looks like he could hit it, as soon as you throw a shot, you watch, he tucks himself right up.
Yep, and
turns his shoulder. I was wrong there. He got dropped that time. He didn't see that one, Steve. That was a beautiful short right hand.
Well, you were right, right up to that point, but he just got caught because Julian had him so close to the ropes. The boy didn't have a chance to turn anywhere. And he was caught with the face right open for Julian Holland. A target-rich environment that Julian exploded. A right-hand exocet missile-style punch straight onto the
beautiful
of the Thai boy. Now, it must have rocked him, although he's hanging on now.
He's hanging on for dear life at the moment, although he seems...
his eyes are not glazed. He seems to have his composure about him. His wits are about him. Julian hit him again with the right. The boy moved away from the right hand, and Julian Holland comes in again. He can feel himself getting the upper hand here, but the Thai boy showing strength, courage, and some dexterity, Barry.
Yep. That's for sure.
Marvellous to see him come back from that punch, because he didn't just sit there and say, well, it's all too hard. He got right back up. He's got a lot of confidence in himself.
I think the boy's had a nasty head clash.
I think Julian Holland copped one on the scon, and
he copped it on the forehead, the Thai.
The Thai got on the forehead, so let's hope there's no blood raised from that. Got to be careful, these boys. Getting in close, but That was a big right hand from Julian Holland that brought the Thai boy to his knees a moment ago.
It shows you, mate, no matter how tough you are, if you get hit on the button, you can go down.
Anyone
you will
can
go
drop.
down.
Anybody can drop.
Oh no,
he's in trouble again. What's happened here? He caught one low. Oh no.
No, I tell you what, he didn't get hit clean there, but he didn't look too happy. I don't think he's too happy, the Thai.
No, he's going to his corner, but have a good look at him here to see if there's anything amiss.
10-8 round of Julian Holland there, but the Thai not real happy there.
Well, that was very interesting. The Thai boy dropped to the canvas, but seems the doctor's having a good look at him at the moment. Dr. Jury is having a good look at Singdam. Vacharin seems to be okay. And, round 6 coming up.
To be honest with you, Steve, that was a bit of a shock to me, the way he went down there the second time. He wasn't hit cleanly. I don't know, maybe he was in trouble from earlier on, but
may have
a bit out of character, I thought.
Had a problem with his footwork, maybe, Barry, but he seems to have his composure back now. I mean, so far in this fight, he showed complete professionalism. And
he did, but he seems to be on the back foot a lot more now. He seems to be a lot more hesitant, I think.
Well, he's copped a couple of, probably now about 3 cracking shots to his face with the Julian Holland right hand. And again, a beautiful punch.
Lovely overhand right.
And Julian Holland now, he's exerting real authority here, as he has been, but now starting to motor on, and I'd say that Julian he'll go all out now to see if he can end this by the short route. Slaps away there with the right hand to the body region of the Thai boy.
Lovely right to the side and left hook the body.
Yep. There's some beautiful body punching there, and rib roaster in amongst it. And tries to drive the right hand through the head of Singdam in the neutral corner, and that would have put out of the building if he had have struck him then. Holland comes in hard. He's copping some punishment now, Singdam Vacharin.
Tried the big uppercut there, Julian Holland. Nice little left hook up close.
Julian's starting to exert real authority over this boy now. And
yeah, he is. He's just going away with it.
You have to say, if he can take on the fellow who's had the number of fights this guy's had, and this guy's never been knocked out, speaks volumes for Julian Holland if he can end him early.
For sure. It would be a terrific performance if he can stop the guy.
Whatever. He's now pursuing him relentlessly across the ring.
Yeah, he's not too happy, I tell you, Singdam. He's not done like this pressure.
Cracking left hand to the jaw.
What a left hook that was.
Was it a beautiful punch from Julian Holland. He's well on top. And has this Thai boy now completely worried about where the whole situation's going to end up for him now. And again with the right hand, that's another good right hand.
You could see that coming, you know.
Could you ever? We measured that one.
Yeah, he moved into it.
And he's starting to tee off, Julian. Just measuring Singdam now. Singdam's slowed up a little bit. He's no longer turning his body like he was before. Barry, he's got either tied or lazy from that point of view, and now he's bending over, allowing himself. He's got the face open.
Well, he's getting hit with more and more shots too.
And he's gone. Man, he's in big trouble now.
That's it.
Right hand.
That's it. Yeah. That was a ripper of a right hand.
That was a big right hand.
He's badly hurt. He's gone. He's gone, mate. He's gone.
Struggling with his knees.
It's all over.
Jim Boland going to do his ski.
It's all over.
Finished.
All over.
It's a KO.
Lovely KO.
Power packed display from Julian Holland. A fantastic effort. And Julian Holland now, he's now marshalled himself for a potential Commonwealth title shot in his division. And
sensational.
You'd have to say that fixing up a fighter of that with that sort of card in Thailand.
Especially a guy that's never been KO'd, to put him away like that, that's a fantastic effort.
That's magnificent. Even world rankings-wise, he's got to be in the top 15 welterweight division now.
Yeah, look, he's definitely, he's world-class material, Julian Holland. Just needs a few breaks, mate.
And that, hopefully those breaks will come his way. He's now based in Melbourne with Fighters Factory and Murray Thompson. Oh, has he got a stable put together here now in Melbourne? Murray Thompson. He's got Raine, Mako and Julian Holland to add to his already array of stars. And that stable is it's Melbourne Cup quality.
Yep, no doubt. That was fantastic.
Just great effort. Enormously strong effort from Julian Holland. And Singdam Vacharin has been stopped by the short route here. And he's recovering in his corner. Feeling a bit of pain. He copped some nasty right hands, full-blooded shots to the face from Julian Holland.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jim Bowen, count of 10 and 2 minutes 49 seconds of round 6.
Doesn't take any more punishment, this boy. Rock hard, Julian Holland, rock hard.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, the budding warrior, Julian Holland.
Great effort from this young boy from Queensland, now based in Melbourne.
You all have to congratulate Julian and it's a little man.
Bit of luck he'd be undefeated.
Julian, nice here for months and wins. You're in great shape tonight. You are well under the welterweight limit. The best shape of your career, I would say.
Yes, definitely. We've been training hard out there at the Fighters Factory. All the boys, the whole team from the Fighters Factory is flying at the moment. We'll stick together. We'll just keep beating everyone.
Julian, there's lots of options in the pipeline. Les Relis has issued a challenge tonight. We've got a possible Commonwealth Championship fight, but the biggest deal of all is maybe a World Boxing Union welterweight championship of the world fight in Italy. That'll be something special.
Yes, that'd be awesome. That's what I need. I just need that luck, just to get over there and have a shot at it. I went to America for Willie Wise. Should have beat him. If I had been fresh, I would have beat me. He's just won the WBO world title, so it's not out of my reach. Lester Ellis, when I was a kid, he was my idol. I was actually dirty on Barry Michaels for beating him, but now I'm mates with him. But if that fight comes on, well then, that comes on. I'm the welterweight king of Australia, and I plan to stay that way.
Julian, you've had great support from a man you've known throughout your racing career with Simon Marshall and Scott Miller, two great sportsmen helping you.
Yes, that team's great with Simo and Scotty and Johnny, all the boys here that come out and supported me tonight. Bar 20 Showgirls, thank you very much. Signature Spark, Graham, thank you. All my sponsors out here, thanks very much. Susie Ashley, Massage, awesome. If I forget anyone, Bigger X Forte, thanks Les for coming down. Everyone help me, thank you. We're going to the top, baby.
Great cheers for Julian Holland. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Julian, introduce us to your lovely lady. And
this is Narelle, my beautiful girl. And also my little boy here, Jaden. Just turned 1.
Okay, Narelle and Eude. Okay, on behalf of Murray Thompson, Fighters Factory, Howard Lee, Stephen Peake, Barry Michael, signing off. Thank you, Steph. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to seeing you here March 30, the year 2000. Good night, Cole. Cole leaves the stadium. Julian Holland established himself 2 big wins. Josh Clemshaw and now Singdam Vacharin. Keep punching, protect yourself at all times, both physically and emotionally. Reach for the stars, may God bless. Peace on earth. Good night to you all. Good morning to you all.